Study hard,
Everybody
man.
has to wish me a happy birthday
This is
today.
called...
Yo! How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Funky Man, the real Bustin'. Thanks for 37 months and happy birthday. Welcome back. Yeah, I know. I know. I tried to fuck with the chat again, and it just made everybody's username like I'm slow. Not even slow, I'm slaw. They done made me slaw. Why did they make me slaw? Maybe if I make the font smaller. It's gonna disappear everything. Now if I go like... It still does it. I think there's nothing I can do about it. Either way... Who cares? No one cares. But I hope you're all having a very... nice Wednesday. It's so muggy out here. It's muggy. I'm not just talking about me. I'm not just talking about this. It's so muggy and raining, and it feels humid and disgusting and my air conditioning is only in my living room, so I'm fucked. And also my roommate likes to do this. My roommate likes to do this thing where he leaves his window open. So he goes to work in the morning. No, like, no disrespect, he's a great guy, but he leaves this fucking window open for some, like, he doesn't close it in the morning. First of all, I turn the air conditioning off before I go to bed, because we're trying, like, obviously, like, not gonna let it run throughout the night. because we're asleep, like, whatever, and we're trying to save a few bucks on the electricity bill, right? So one, he won't turn it on in the morning. Like, when he gets up in the morning, he won't turn it on. So then there's a whole, like, little stretch of time in the morning where I'm just like I wake up and I'm like, wow, it feels disgusting in here. And then on top of that, he leaves his window open and his bedroom door wide open. So then, like, when I walk out into the hallway where our bedrooms are, it's just like, it feels like I'm walking into fucking cottage cheese. You need mine to sleep, but my bed's on the very top of the house. Yeah, I mean, I have an air condition. It's my air conditioning that's in there, but I thought I'd put it in the living room anyway, because at least it's in, like, a sanctuary for, like, if I get too hot, I'm like, oh, fuck, well, I can just go to the fucking living room, right? So I'm just posting on Instagram that it's public access night. I don't have much to monologue about, though. You put your AC on in this morning. Oh, yeah. I mean, I put it in fucking, like, months ago. Months ago, I did that. Because I was just like, I'm not about to... Oh, actually, no. It was like about a month ago. I didn't see the new on cinema. No, the summer movie roundup. I haven't listened to it yet. I should later, though. I should later, though. Cool appearance on What's All This Then. Thank you. Because I did see it. Oh, it's a video this year. Oh, shit. It's usually just like a little pod-esque sort of special, isn't it? Oh, sick. Yeah, I'll have to watch that later. I didn't know it was a video. 48-minute super episode. Nice. I've got a lot of other stuff to watch, though. I've got a few hours of just watching things. And I will admit to you guys, I did not prepare for this public access stream as much as I normally do. I will admit. I don't know that wasn't intentional. It was just like the other day, I was like, oh yeah, like I gotta make sure I go on the archive and look for stuff for public access on Wednesday. And that day was yesterday, and I was like, oh fuck, Wednesday's tomorrow. So I looked at shit last night. So I found a bunch of stuff that I saw and was like, that looks like it could be interesting. But I didn't do, like, last public access was very, very good. That was a very good public access stream. You know, especially with, like, the Tong Ren, Tom Tam. That was nuts. Found some really good stuff. So I'll admit, like, I haven't like, fucking Tropic of Chicken, the band. So I'll admit, like, I didn't do as much research this time. But I found some stuff with funny titles, funny thumbnails, and things that I skimmed through and was like, oh shit, this is something. So I hope I've got a few things. Tong Ren was so goated. Tong Ren was so goated. It is an alert. It is like a, what is it for? Is it Tom Gifted? I don't know what it is. It's in the description. It's in the alerts menu. In the alerts menu below, but it's something. The dummy smack. It's like just 20 seconds of them smacking the dummies. And then Tom Tam doxed me. Hopefully today, I will have something to hold a candle to Tom Tam. I was even looking to see if there was other Tong Ren videos, and there's not. That's like the only one. Searching by year is great. That's how I found the one with the Twin Towers intro. I did that before. So, like, before, when I would do public access, I would search by year. I've now gotten, like, I'm now tapped it enough that I can look by place. Bloomfield Township, Michigan. has a lot of good stuff. Which is very funny because I'm there all the time. That's where Brandon's from. Close to there. Not specifically there. But Metro Detroit. And Bloomfield Township, kind of, they have, like, all Metro Detroit. They have a lot of good stuff. I've shown a lot of stuff from Bloomfield. Bloomfield Township, Michigan is a cultural center for public access television. Enjoyed your guest on What's Other Sin? Thank you. But I'm hoping that there's some good stuff tonight. Without further ado, I don't want to waste too much time dilly-dallying with public access, alright? I really don't want to pussyfoot around. Even though that sounds like a lot of fun, right? Even though that sounds like a lot of fun. Without further ado, hang on. We're gonna kick this off with Rich McGlinchey's 25th anniversary show. I'm gonna let you know right now, if you do not have the right headphone on, please put it on right now. Guys? I forgot I was using it to, I was using OBS to record some stuff last night. Sorry about that. That was probably really scary. If you have your right headphone out, please put it the fuck on, or else you won't be able to hear this video. This is Rich McGlinchey's 25th anniversary show. My right ear loves this video. Okay. Great start.
Nope, scratch that. Reverse it.
This is Rich McGlinchey's 25th anniversary video. Rich McGlinchey? Any second now, baby. There he is. Well, not this.
Sonoma County. A diverse county of over 1 million acres is famed for its agriculture, industry, and recreation, boasting a booming economy and a unique lifestyle for its citizens. Described by the famed Luther Burbank as the chosen spot of all the earth, Sonoma County is the place to live, work, and play as we move into the 21st century.
Sonoma County is the place to live in the earth. It's the chosen place to live on. It is the chosen spot on earth. Sonoma County, California. Chew on that.
Led by the forward-looking philosophy of its governing bodies, Sonoma County's 340,000 residents are a harmonious, successful blend of ethnic and economic backgrounds. We invite you to take a closer look at Sonoma County in the 90s with your host, Rich McGlinchey.
There's nothing wrong with it. It sounds ironic. What's wrong with it? There's absolutely nothing wrong with Sonoma County, California, and it is, in fact, a very beautiful place. It is, in fact, it is very beautiful. It's like wine country of Northern California. Not Rich McClunky, Rich McGlinchey. Do you need me to rewind?
Are a harmonious, successful blend of ethnic and economic backgrounds. We invite you to take a closer look at Sonoma County in the 90s with your host, Rich McGlinchey.
How you doing, everybody? Welcome to to say the least, unusual version or edition of Sonoma County in the 90s. I really
Okay, so you can't talk. And this is unusual?
think that's about all I had to say about it. I'd like to introduce Vivian Goddard, who is our producer.
Can't understand a word he's saying. Like, I know I'm pausing mid-sentence. Can't understand a word he's fucking saying.
Very dear friend. And seems to me the only thing I can say right here, Vivian, is You take over.
I'll be delighted, Rich. I'm glad to be here on the occasion of the anniversary of your 25th show with Sonoma County in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. It's delightful to
25
be
years,
here.
yeah.
It's
He's been doing Sonoma County public access for 25 years. He's done Sonoma County in the 70s, Sonoma County in the 80s, and now he's doing Sonoma County in the 90s. That is nuts to think, by the way. Like, the small, like, institution of public access television. It's cool. Yeah, that's nuts that he's been doing this for 25 years. Probably, like, not getting any money from it. Like,
It's delightful to work with you. And we'd like to start by finding out more about you. And how about, are you a native of Sonoma County?
This will take probably at least a half hour.
No, we have 30 minutes, Rich.
No, I was born in Cincinnati, Ohio.
oh my god, fake fan. Wait, so the 25th anniversary show, we're just finding out there's no subtitles. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You just have to, like, try to understand what Richard... Shut up! You just have to try and understand what he's saying. 25 years into the game, we find out he's not even from fucking Sonoma County and he's from Cincinnati.
California, lived there 3 years, moved to Bennett Valley in 1935. I think I was about 12 and a half years old.
And no one was in Bennett Valley at that point.
The desktop audio is now really fucking loud so you can understand what he's saying. So if you send an alert, just be careful, okay?
Bennett Valley was one of the most beautiful places I'd ever
Still
seen.
is, yeah.
At that time, I'm not sure the exact population in Bennett Valley, but the population of Santa Rosa was 9,600. And
Wow.
it's now more than 140,000. So it was a lovely small place, and I really enjoyed living out here.
Is he in 60
I
FPS?
went to school here. I went to junior high school. I went to high school in Santa Rosa. Then I went to the service. After I came back, I went to Santa Rosa Junior College, and then to Sonoma.
Have you ever seen that
to
Cincinnati spaghetti?
Of
No.
our local college.
And words, man, we made them up!
And graduated from there.
And what were you studying?
Fuck's sake.
What
I told you. I told you.
Actually, when I was at junior college, I was a journalism major. I was the editor of the Oak Leaf school newspaper. But I got out to San Jose, and I got kicked out of journalism because they said I was too cocky.
Oh, shit. Old Big Dick Rich. Big Dick Rich got kicked out of journalism because he was too cocky. I actually found a link with a transcript. Wait, you're having that? You guys are having that hard of a time understanding him? I mean, I'm gonna do this just in case this pulls a Tom Tam on me and shows my fucking IP being like, you're a person. This has a transcript? This is on californiarevealed.org. They're pretty bad subtitles.
I'd like to introduce Vivian Goddard, who is our producer.
The only thing is that they're really fucking bad subtitles that stay right down there. I could keep it like this.
And a very dear friend.
Okay, so let's just wait. Does he do anything in this show? I like Rich, but
Could serve people.
is this just him
I thought
talking
the
about
county
himself?
government was the last dark continent of government at the time I started. And my job was to try to inform people about what their county government amounted to, how it worked, how many departments, what services.
Yeah, does he like do a
Let
backflip?
them know that we were there.
Does he do anything? Oh my, it's just him. He hasn't even gotten to the 90s yet.
Storage and that, even a recreational facility. Well, eventually, as fate would have it, the pros won out, so to speak. The dam was built.
He's talking about the fact that they built a dam where he's from.
It has been
This is
called
for
by
his
the engineers one of the
25th
safest
anniversary
dams
show,
ever built
the OG
because
Northern
of the
Line.
intense condensing of all the rocks and the ground and everything they put up there. They said it would take a 0.9 or 9-point earthquake to do anything to that.
You're
dam.
scaring the
In
hose,
addition to
Rich.
that,
Like,
the
she's
Cedar
gonna
Hill
leave.
recreational area, plus a 62-acre lake for boating. So all this came about that way. Now, many of the conservative folks that I've talked to,
Rich
since then
McGlinchey's
said,
scaring
"Well,
the hose,
I
dude."
adamantly opposed it. I didn't like it.
I wonder if there's got to be more Rich. Hang on, there's more Rich for sure. That's so well anything Sonoma County at that 1989 Sonoma County Fair. Maybe this is Rich, who knows? I'm going a little off base here, but oh my god.
The chosen spot of all.
Again, Sonoma County, the chosen spot. I want to hear that brown note.
Sonoma County, the chosen spot of all the earth as far as nature is concerned.
It's like it started off like a fucking like Scientology instructional video.
To the famed plant wizard Luther Burbank.
Excuse me?
A diverse county with 1,010,000 acres of land and 1,574 miles of scenic roadways. Sonoma County is rightfully famed for its agriculture.
I've legit probably been
industry
there.
And recreation,
that
as
vineyard.
well as for the amazingly successful ethnic and economic mixture of its more than 340,000 residents, and for the forward-looking philosophy of its local governing bodies. Now we invite you to take a closer look at Sonoma County in the 80s with your host, Rich McGlinchey.
Yes! Okay, so Rich is in this. Thank fucking God. I want to see him out. I want to see that, like, I want to see him out in the fucking field. Like, I like Rich. That's the thing, is I like him so far. I liked it when I started that. It was a bumbling fucking idiot old guy named Rich McGlinchey. So I want to see him out in the field. And this is also him in the 80s, so he might be a little more in his prime. He might actually be able to talk and walk and have motor functions.
Hi, I'm Rich McGlinchey.
I'm Teresa
Nope. Still the same.
McManus.
And we're here to bring you the 1989 Sonoma County Fair. The 53rd edition of the fair is about to begin. You know, most of us think in terms of the fair being an activity here in Sonoma County since
He really does kind of look like W from 500 feet away, doesn't he?
1936. But if you stop and take a look, you realize the first
Are those
fair
protesters?
was held in 1855. In 1855 was held here in Santa Rosa. Then for about the next 40 years, kind of moved all over Sonoma County. It was in Sebastopol.
Wait, why is he fucking... Wait, Rich is swagged out. Look at him. Look at him. Dressed like the fucking captain. What's up? What's up, fucking Captain and Tennille over here? What's up, guys?
Was in Petaluma, Healdsburg, Sonoma, and then back here to Santa Rosa. It actually got started, though, in 1936 when four men, Mr. Grace, Mr. Finley, Mr. Garrett, Mr. Kraft, put their money where their mouth was, you might say, and got our fair started. What do you think this 1989 fair is going to be like, Bruce?
Yeah, sorry for the poor timing of going, are those protesters? And then a clown walked on screen.
Well, so far it promises to be bigger and better than last year's fair. We have the rabbit, which is the feature animal.
Them, are they protesters?
We have music, we have great food. The Ray Cannon
It's very hard, man.
Third year in a row.
This is called...
Absolutely fantastic time.
Well,
this fair, you know, boasts
welcome.
very, very many things. It has...
Did he just fuck up? Welcome to the Funky Little Man, Hona Jonage. Thank you.
Shows are back for the third year in a row. It promises to be an absolutely fantastic time.
Yeah. Well, this fair, you know, boasts so very, very many things. It has exhibits for kids, exhibits for adults. It has horse racing, has a magnificent flower show, has a product exhibit in the main building.
A product exhibit in the main building.
Come in and try and buy.
And we have the rodeo coming up.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh, the rodeo.
Yeah.
And the Mexican Village, as always, and my favorite, the Blues Festival.
Well, how about the animal exhibits?
Well, there's the rabbit display that's on the other side of Finley Hall. There's lambs, there's swine. Something for everyone.
Me describing chat.
Well, I'm going to try.
Well, just don't put the audience to sleep.
I'll try not to.
Okay, those are some of the things that you're going to see at this 1989 fair.
I do like his, like, his fucking gold-plated name card that just says Rich McGlinchey on it.
Teresa, I think we ought to go on and see what the opening's all about, right?
Let's go inside and take a
Come
look.
on, let's go see the opening of the fair.
Hi, I'm here with my friend, the rabbit, the featured animal at the Sonoma County Fair this year. You can see the rabbits on display each day just west of Finley Hall in the agricultural display
They're cute.
area. There's 20 breeds of rabbits. This
They're
particular one
cute.
is a Himalayan. Looks
Yeah,
kinda
that's like
a
that's what I was
Siamese
thinking
cat
of.
to
It's
me.
like his gold
Anyway,
Amex card.
Come over and take
His
a look
gold
at the rabbits. There's
Costco
also
card.
guinea pigs as well. There'll be demonstrations.
Yeah, also, girl, I'm not an
There'll be a
idiot. I'm not a
playground
fucking
for you
idiot.
to
That's
bring
not your
kids and
friend.
pet animals.
I'm not your
And a
friend.
rabbit display
I'm not an idiot.
trailer located just
That's not your
west of
friend.
me,
It's a
where
rabbit.
you can go
Oh,
in and
it
see
looks so.
porcelain
Oh.
rabbits, some arts and crafts, and even some rabbit jackets. Come on over and see the
Sorry?
display trailer located just left of me, where you can go in and see porcelain rabbits, some arts and crafts, and even some rabbit jackets.
What? Oh, I don't want that. And are they these guys? I don't want that. Like, she fucked up and she just meant to say, like, jackrabbit or something, and she says, rabbit jacket. Are they, is that what they do to the rabbits when the fair's over? Do they use these guys back here? Are they gonna use that guy you're holding? Maybe they're tiny jackets for rabbits. That's a good way of putting it. Maybe they're little cardigans with, like, with embroidered rabbits all over them. Are they, yeah, because maybe they're jackets for the rabbits and they're not jackets made out of rabbits. That would be upsetting.
Come on over and see the rabbits. They're awful cute.
Oh.
Well, welcome back to this 1989 Sonoma County Fair. It's the 53rd.
This 1989 Sonoma County Fair. There could be more, as if there's more 1989 Sonoma County fairs. Thanks for the raid, Libby. Hi, everybody. We're watching Rich McGlinchey at the Sonoma County Fair. We're watching Rich McGlinchey at the Sonoma County Fair. Hope stream was good, Libby. Thank you so much for rating.
Annual Sonoma County Fair, and it may well be the best fair we've ever had. The gentleman on the left of your screen, my guest at the moment here, has had a lot to do with this. He's kind of overseen all the various committees.
Not Rich McClunky, it's Rich McGlinchey.
It's been brought to its opening, and hope that it's going to be very, very successful. The gentleman's name is Jack Ettinger, president of the Fair Board. Hi, Jack.
Do you think centaurs have both human and horse milk, or do you think they just have one singular centaur milk? I'm here, moisturized, thriving, drinking a nice warm cup of coffee, and I'm watching Rich McGlinchey, Sonoma County in the 80s. And you're asking me if centaurs just have one milk?
Oh, yeah, Rich, nice to see you again.
Yeah, pleasure. Jack, this is the 53rd annual fair, and the fair every year is a great
He also
experience.
keeps, I don't know if you've caught, I don't know if you've caught, he keeps saying bear. He keeps saying bear instead of fair, and I don't know if it's just how it sounds. But his voice just sounds like that. He can't talk.
Flower show, the junior livestock exhibits, the auction, horse racing, and the exhibit buildings are just full of very nice things to see. Everything from pies and cakes to fruit, handicraft type works. Just a lot of things for people here from all walks of life to enjoy.
Anybody can enjoy the pies and cakes and fruit on display. Anybody from all walks of life. Anybody anywhere in the world will love this sort of thing.
And come out and have a good time.
How about special days? Are there any special days?
Yes, we do have several special days, and they're listed
you
here in
have
our
them right
program.
here, right,
We have Half Price Day, Monday, July 24th, and Monday the 31st. Horse racing days, of course, the
Tuesday.
The horse racing track is open to general admission.
Monday.
We have a pay one price day on Tuesday, July 25th.
Tuesday.
And again on Tuesday, August the 1st. Unlimited rides in the carnival.
Wednesday.
Senior Citizens Day, a very popular day. All individuals over 62 are admitted free to the fairgrounds. That's Wednesday, July the 26th.
What? How does that happen? How does that happen? How do you Monday, Tuesday? Oh, sorry. Coffee burp. Took a second. He's saying day, and also he's from California. He's, did they say Monday? Rabbit petting on Wednesday, and then we got a rabbit soup on Thursday, and Friday we make the rabbit jackets.
We have a 2-for-1 Buddy Day.
His name's not Minchy McGinchey, it's Rich McGlinchey.
Wednesday, July 26th, and Wednesday, August 2nd. There's Kids Day and Fun Car Day, just a lot of different types of opportunities.
They got Fun Car Day, dude. This sounds like the best time of my life.
I noticed people doing last year, and this is something else you might do, ladies and gentlemen. You are a little bit on the short side budget-wise, and you want to bring the family, you can come out and bring a picnic lunch and go up to the Founders Grove and have that. And then you can be entertained You can be entertained everywhere here for nothing, can't you?
Well, they sure can. There's a number of stages throughout the fairgrounds where there will be performers performing regularly, even during the day and in the evenings, and all of these shows are, for the most part, are free. It doesn't cost anything to
They're really selling it. They're really selling it. You know, if you're broke, you can just pack a lunch and there you can just be entertained here. He has the old Californian accent Prospectors had. California. Monday.
visit them at the Redwood Theater or in our various stages throughout the fairgrounds.
You really
Some
don't
the
get this type of...
activities
you really just don't get this type of old guy anymore, do ya? This just, like, swagged out old guy.
Papa Do Run Run.
Sorry?
The PR, some of the activities and you might be enjoying. Tower of Power, Asleep at the Wheel, a Ray Camacho Band, Papa Do Run Run.
What is Papa Do Run Run? What's Papa Do Run Run? Is that like Papa Do Run Run and the Papa Run? It's a band apparently?
The PRCA Radio, Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash is a paid show, but all of the rest are free.
Wait, Johnny Cash is performing. Why didn't they say that first? Why haven't we heard of that? What is that, like the Johnny Cash? Oh, and by the way, 7 minutes in, yeah, we got Johnny Cash performing. Anyway, yeah, we go check out Papa Do Run Run and Mama Do Sit Sit.
Oh, the carnival, we're just very, very happy with the Ray Kamek shows. It's a splendid, splendid show.
Sister have fun.
It's very clean, and the people are courteous and kind. I think you find that your children and
Mama
adults
show
as well
skin.
will have a great time at our carnival this year.
Yeah, and behind us here is the theme poster for our theme animal this year, which is the rabbit.
That's so
And
cute
who
that they have a
created that
themed
hair-raising
animal, which is
experience?
the rabbit. That's so cute.
Well, I think all that credit would have to go to Jane Engdahl, our special events coordinator. She just is an amazing person who comes up year after year with just great things for people of all ages and walks of life.
These rabbits that they showed in the pre-fair shows around here just caught the fancy of everybody. They're a beautiful little animal anyway.
Well, they surely are, and we every year, as you know, we try to select an animal to feature at our fair, and this year happens to be the rabbit. You'll see some magicians around the fairgrounds pulling everything.
What do you mean
out of
happens
their
to
hat.
be?
What a rabbit! But I'm sure
You
that
choose
you'll
that.
enjoy
What do you mean it
that.
happens to be a rabbit?
Well,
We were bestowed a rabbit this year.
Briefly, what's going to happen? The fair runs.
It just happened. We were bestowed a rabbit this year. Just like the cosmos. The cosmos dropped a rabbit on our lap. We're gonna skip ahead a little bit because I do notice Rich. Oh my god! Like, is this the Johnny Cash teaser? Hang on.
14 days of magic moments. The Sonoma County
The
Fair.
actual
July
Johnny
24th
Cash.
Through August 6th. Sonoma County Fairgrounds in Santa Rosa.
Like, why? Aww. I'm sorry, but why are they not saying that every 2 seconds? Like, why the fuck are they focusing so much on, like, oh, the rabbit theme this year, and you have Johnny Cash performing? Like, yeah, 1989. Listen, I'm not a cash. I'm not a cash cow. All right, as the fans call themselves. But like, is he like? I mean, if he's performing at the Sonoma County Fair, yeah, he's like washed. But like, wouldn't you still go? Like, he's fucking like. Yeah, but like, wouldn't you still go? Cause it's like, oh, that's Johnny Cash. He was huge. He's got some hits. I want to go for the hits. Like, he's like the one kind of celebrity performer. And he was massive. Yeah, he came back in the early 90s with the 9 Inch Nails song.
How you doing, everybody? And welcome back to Sonoma County in the 80s at the fair. Every year the fair offers many, many pieces of entertainment, but perhaps the greatest thing the fair has is its professional entertainment. There's most of it free, and the woman who coordinates all that, and matter of fact, starts working the day after the fair, lighting up acts for the next year, is Jane Engdahl. And Jane, you really have got a loaded lineup this year, right?
It is so loaded this year that I think nobody's going to know ahead of time. They're just going to have to come and take it minute by minute.
It's
We got
so
much going
loaded
on.
this year.
Jane, you've got 2 weeks of entertainment. Now, this first week is going to be a beaut, I know. But why don't you describe the entertainers?
Gonna be a beaut?
And maybe some of the other entertainment.
She's
that's
gonna be a
scheduled
fucking
for this
beaut.
week.
Okay.
Gonna be a fucking beauty bod. Oh, she's gonna be a fucking beaut. The first week of the Sonoma County Fair, it's gonna be a fucking rocket. Gonna be an absolute fucking beauty. Beautician bod.
Well, one of the acts we're really excited about is Tuesday night, July 25th, we're going to be having Asleep at the Wheel, and that'll be 2 free shows at 7 and 9, and we've been getting calls for...
What is Asleep at the Wheel? I'm sorry. Everybody's been calling about Asleep at the Wheel. Like, what does that mean? What is that show? What is that show? What is Asleep at the Wheel? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that could possibly be. It's another band? Oh my god. Deusteroo, I really appreciate you, like, actively just, like, something in here happens that we're like, what is that? And you just go, and you're immediately on it.
For weeks on that one. Those boys know how to party and they know how to play, so it's
Oh,
gonna be fun.
aye.
That'll be a good one. Then on Wednesday, we're going to be having a special act called the Ray Camacho Band. And they do a mixture of Hispanic and English music that is lots of fun. So I think everyone's going to enjoy that. Then on Thursday, we're going to be having our special
lots
day
of
at the
fun.
beach. And this is something new, something we've never done before. We're having a theme day. We're going to truck in a couple of tons of sand, put up a few palm trees and some wading pools, and we'll have Papa Do Run in to play beach music. So we...
Shut up. We're gonna have Papa Duro running there to play beach music.
can all come and pretend we're Southern Californians.
Oh.
Then on Friday...
Girl, you're from Northern California. You could go to the beach. You go to the beach. Oh, the weather's not the same. It's long. It's really not the same. It can get chilly in Northern California. But like, Eric gonna have a theme day. Gonna have Papa Do running there. Put some sand down, some palm trees. Gonna pretend we're in Southern California.
Friday we have Friday and Saturday we have our PRCA professional rodeo in Chris Beck Arena, and also on Saturday we have the Old Time Fiddlers Contest, where we'll have fiddlers of all ages from all over the West Coast coming to compete.
Well, Happy Hill.
That'll be in Redwood Theater, and that starts about 10:45 and goes on all day long.
Wait, they have a website? Is this Papa Do Run? Oh shit, here's Papa Do Run. We got Bo, Donnie, Randall, Adrian, Danny, and Bobby G. What's the Cliffs Note? Formed in 1965, the now legendary California band Papa Do Run. Yeah, they sounded like the Beach Boys. Excuse me. I knew these guys would love the Be True to Your School, Papa Do Run, Disney Girls. The hit signal Disney Girls. Dead Man's Curve. Papa with Dick Clark. It is nice to just, like, be able to refer to the entire band as Papa. Isn't it? Whereas, like, a song. Let's listen to a Papa Do Run. Oh, you can get the MP3 of, Oh, they did Surfin' USA, Miser Lou. Oh, they just Sloop John B. Okay, so they just do... I don't know if they do any originals. I think they do, like, just covers of, like, California music, really. Classic rock, Born to Be Wild, yeah. Roll Over Beethoven, Sunshine of Your Love. So, yeah, okay, they just do, like... And then they have a handful of original tunes. You Really Got Me. They have, like, a handful of original tunes. They are strictly, like, a band for hire, pretty much. Which makes sense. Should I call them? I'm not gonna do that. That phone number. The site is best viewed using Internet Explorer 6.0 or more with a screen setting of 1024 by 768 minimum, or the site will look goofy. I do like that. Where's a video of Papa Do Run? I don't want to download a video or click the YouTube video below.
song God Only Knows by the Beach Boys was written by Brian Wilson, who died today at the age of 82. Wilson formed the band in the early 1960s with his brothers. Their hits Surfin' USA, Good Vibrations, and Wouldn't It Be Nice helped catapult the Beach Boys to stardom, making them one of the most successful music groups in American history, with more than 100 million records sold.
Papa Doom Run Run now has to cash in on being like a Beach Boys tribute band. Just saying. But apparently this is Papa Do Run Run founder Don Zerilli comments on his passing.
Wide, 35 songs reached the top 40, and Rolling Stone magazine.
For some more perspective here on Brian Wilson's life and the legacy he leaves behind, we are joined this afternoon by Don Zerilli, founder of the Bay Area band Papa Do Run Run, which toured for many years right alongside the Beach Boys. Don, thank you for the time. We appreciate you doing it. Appreciate the backdrop there behind you. I feel like it's perfect. It's fitting to talk about Brian here. Let me first just get your thoughts
He's
here.
like, no, I'm actually at the beach. No, I'm at the beach. It's not a backdrop. I'm at the beach right now. No, I'm there. I do love the reflection on his glasses though. Like he is actually in his backyard and you can see like the patio table and like the laptop.
Found out that we lost Brian Wilson. Where did your thoughts go? What did you start thinking about?
I had dark suicide. Dark thoughts. Dark thoughts.
Well, actually, I was awoken to a phone call this morning about 10:30, my usual time to get up. And it was a friend of mine. He says, "So what do you think about Brian?" I said, "Brian what?" And he said, "Brian Wilson died this morning." I said, "Holy crap!" It really shocked me. Although it's been a long time coming. Brian and I were not the closest friends, but we were acquaintances. We knew each other many years ago. And it breaks my heart that he's not around to write music anymore.
Does he give a fuck? Sorry. Does he fucking care, like, at all? Does he care? We weren't close friends, but we knew each other, but yeah, it sucks. It was a long time coming. Didn't like him. Thanks. Yeah, like, what? Do you care, like, at all?
Yeah, we know that his health was ailing, but Don, talk a little bit about him as an innovator. I mean, he was revered by generations. His health
Breaks my heart that he's not around to write music anymore. We knew each other. It's been a long time coming.
That's fucking insane. Why would he say that?
It's been a long time coming.
Why would he say that? I've been preying on his downfall since day one. I've been jealous of him since we toured back in the day. It's about damn time. And he's like, he's like, yeah, like I tried to get it back in the day when we were touring, you know. I was doing spots at the Sonoma County Fair while Brian Wilson and the Beach Boys, they were taking off, they were touring the country. Brian Wilson, you know, they were saying he was a genius in the papers, he was a multi-millionaire, and there I was being interviewed by Rich McGlinchey at the Sonoma County Fair in 1989. Good riddance. Crazy Brian, we called him. Bonkers Brian. We called him Brian the Nutbag. We'd call him. He's just like, yeah, wasn't he fucking crazy? He's like, you know, my favorite Beach Boys song is Kokomo. That's my favorite Beach Boys song, Kokomo.
I were not the closest friends, but we were acquaintances. We knew each other.
It's been a long time coming. We weren't the closest friends.
Many years ago. And it's just...
He hated this fucking guy. And they have him on for 7 minutes talking about him.
Beach in California. And
comments are turned off.
They're all happy. He didn't write about any politic things. He was like, I just really, he was a genuine, nice person. And, you know,
he didn't get into the politics. He didn't talk about politics. Weirdo. Right? Yeah, Don's a really Papa Do Run Run founder.
I play in a band called Papa Do Run Run, and we do a lot of Beach Boys songs, and it's just selling happiness. It really is. His songs are really unusually happy.
Unusually happy? It's not unusual. They were like 60s surf songs. They were supposed to be happy. That's what they were. It was unusually? Yeah, because, like, that's also just, like, such a read to be like, yeah, they're unusually happy because he was just a fucking fucked up fucking guy, you know? He was a fucked up fucking guy. He's mad that people think Papa Do Run Run is a Beach Boys tribute band. With a link. Has he been quoted as saying this? Okay, so Don, you want to get across that Papa Do Run Run is much more than a Beach Boys tribute act. I know you're putting us, and then the answer, I know you're putting us in the tribute band section, but we don't consider ourselves a tribute band for several reasons. We got lumped in with that all the time because we do a lot of Beach Boys songs. One is, we don't do all Beach Boys. We do classic rock. Beach Boys is about a third of what we do. Another reason is we've all performed with the Beach Boys. Most of the tribute acts have never even met the guys they're paying tribute to. Another point is we have 2 gold records at a Grammy nomination. And I don't think you're going to find any tribute band with those credentials. This entire thing is now about the Beach Boys. I can see how you'd be paired with the Doobie Brothers. Got paired with the Doobie Brothers open. You had Van Halen and the Doobie Brothers open for you when you play high schools. These guys did, oh my god, like, he's so mad. These guys are so fucking just, like, left in the dust. He had the Doobie Brothers open for him. He had Van Halen open for him. Like, that would be Van Halen when they were fucking, like, fresh. Dude, because this was college shows, and they had Van Halen open for them. He's been left in the dust. We play bigger and smaller. We just played a private party in St. Louis for 40 people. The next night we're in Roscommon, Michigan, and there were 1,500 people. We'll play anywhere. Our average audience is somewhere between 1,000 to 2,000 people. The biggest show we do every year is on the beach of Santa Cruz, and there's 9,000 people for that thing every year, and we've done it for 22 years in a row. Probably the biggest event we've ever done is 80,000 people, and that was in Fort Vancouver, Washington. It was on the 4th of July. It's a huge event. We did that 3 or 4 years in a row, so it ranges up and down. That sounds like a pretty small venue for the Beach Boys. What a bitch. Their Wikipedia says their first album allegedly reached #1 in California.
Brian Wilson's life and the legacy he leaves behind. We are joined this afternoon by Don Cirilli, founder of the Bay Area band Papa Do Run Run, which toured for many years right alongside the Beach Boys. Don, thank you for the time. We appreciate you doing it. Appreciate the backdrop there behind you. I feel like it's perfect. It's fitting to talk about Brian here. Let me first just get your thoughts here. When you found out that we lost Brian Wilson, where did your thoughts go? What did you start thinking about?
Well, actually, I was awoken to a phone call this morning about 10:30, my usual time to get up. And it was a friend of mine. He says, "Well, what do you think about Brian?" I said, "Brian what?" And he said, "Brian Wilson died this morning." I said, "Holy crap, it really shocked me." Although it's been a long time coming.
We're going to move on to Sizzling Summer Movies. This is just a short little 2.5-minute thing. Sizzling Summer Movies. Sorry. I know. Also the fact that he's like, Brian who? I know so many Brians. Which Brian could it possibly fucking be? Oh, Brian Wilson? Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I knew he was gonna die anyway. He's actually on my bingo. I hate to say it, by the way. I did not say it, but just so you all know, Brian Wilson was on the dead bingo. That we made at the beginning of the year. Yeah, he was. I didn't say anything. Because I felt bad because people were upset, but he was. Yeah. I put him on there. Yeah. I'm sorry.
The summer movie season is upon us, and with the Avengers Age of Ultron already breaking records, we're in for a blockbuster summer. Lights, camera,
No, he wasn't the first one to die. The first one was Tomiko Itooka, who was the oldest woman alive.
action. There is something for everyone this summer at the movies. Classics heat up the big screen with a Mad Max reboot in the works.
George Miller, the original director of those movies, has reimagined the series for today.
He's reimagined it.
And he's casted Tom Hardy in the Mel Gibson role.
Mad Max isn't the only one crashing back.
And he's casted Tom Hardy in the Mel Gibson role.
Back onto the big screen, Jurassic Park is back for
Jurassic.
another ride.
This one has got Chris Pratt, very hot from Guardians of the Galaxy. So
whoa, okay. Why don't you jack off about it? Whoa. Chris Pratt playing Mario. He's so cool.
Effects. I look at Jurassic World to be a big hit at the movies.
If you like your action flicks with a side of comedy, follow Sofia Vergara and Reese Witherspoon in their Hot Pursuit.
Hot Pursuit. Holy shit. That's a good
Pratt. He's handsome.
Welcome back to the Funky Little Man Rex. He is handsome. He is hot.
Plays kind of a straight-laced cop protecting a sexy recent widow played by Sofia Vergara. So kind of an action road comedy movie, which I think should be a nice hit.
And everyone's favorite a cappella group is back in Pitch
So far, he said every movie's gonna be a hit.
Perfect 2.
On his birthday.
Bod got muted.
You've got Rebel Wilson, you've got Anna Kendrick, and you have Elizabeth Banks back as, the singing group. And in this one, interestingly, Elizabeth Banks is directing for the first time. So you have a female director. I've seen the movie, and if you're a fan of Pitch Perfect, the first one, you're going to like Pitch Perfect too.
The Bellas aren't the only group returning to the big screen. The lovable yellow minions are back in their very own feature film.
They're going to a villain convention. So it looks to be very funny. Sandra Bullock.
Wait, can I hear how he says that again? He's gonna be very funny, Sandra Bullock.
Lovable yellow minions are back in their very own feature film.
They're going to a villain convention. So it looks to be very funny, Sandra Bullock.
They're going to a villain convention. So it looks to be very funny, Sandra Bullock.
Is cast as the voice of the female villain. So it should be very fun.
Pixar also debuts fun for the whole
Should be
family
very
with
fun.
Inside Out, starring Amy Poehler.
It takes us into the mind of an 11-year-old girl with all the emotions. And it's got these animated characters playing the emotions.
Ogden 6 Classic Cinemas is bringing back their summer movie series, where you can catch flicks every Wednesday for just $1.
The most nothing video ever. So Greg Turkington. So Greg Turkington. Just the most nothing. You go into the mind of a little girl. And she's got all the emotions. And there's cartoons as the emotions. When you've got movies like Sandra Bullock in them,
Welcome to Juggling for Old Folks. Juggling is no longer just for clowns and actors. Juggling provides a workout for your brain and your body. The range of benefits include improved concentration, coordination, depth perception, balance, spatial navigation, peripheral vision, and
spatial navigation. So here we have Phil Gallagher from Juggling for Old Folks. That reminds me of what I wrote in the LinkedIn post. Therapy is no longer for undesirables or the replaceable. It's good for anybody.
and stress relief. You can also burn up to 280 calories per hour. It's no longer just a party.
That's such an exact, you can burn 280 calories per hour, implying that I'm going to be juggling for more than an hour. Like, okay, how many calories, why don't you give us the real number? How many calories would you burn if you juggle for 20 minutes? Because I feel like even if you juggle, that's the most you want to juggle for. Maybe a 20-minute stretch? Like, does anybody want to juggle for an hour straight? What if you're an aggressive juggler? Yeah, also not counting people who just juggle harder, who might, like, use more power to juggle? What if you're juggling dumbbells? Like, what if you're juggling what if you're juggling big boxes? You might burn more.
Party trick. CBS News and the New York Times reported on a new study published in the journal Nature that finds that learning to juggle may cause certain areas of your brain to grow and expand.
This reminds me of, and I made this exact reference on What's All This Then. This is just the same joke as Job and the Alliance of Magicians from Arrested Development, the picture of them holding the sign that says, "We demand to be taken seriously," and they all look absolutely ridiculous, and there's a guy as a wizard, and a guy as a clown. That's what this reminds me of. Also, yeah, juggling grows your brain. It expands your brain. If you learn to juggle, there are certain parts of your brain that will expand.
German researchers divided 24 non-jugglers into 2 groups and assigned one group to practice juggling for 3 months.
Oh, sorry. What the, wait, what? What? Where's this going? German researchers
cannot change except through aging into 2 groups and assigned one group to practice juggling for 3 months. The scientists performed brain scans on the volunteers using magnetic resonance imaging, or MRI, before and after they learned to juggle. The finding challenges conventional wisdom that the structure of the brain cannot change except through aging and disease. Previous studies have shown learning can result in changes in brain activity. But
sorry, what? Okay, can someone... I'm sorry. I might have missed that. Yeah, there was a little bit of... Was there a little bit of, like, juggling eugenics going on there? Was that what that was, pretty much? The conclusion was that just, like, your brain can only change through aging. It was just not even about juggling. I don't understand how that was about juggling at all. Maybe he's not finished that thought.
This latest study demonstrates an anatomical change as a result of learning. That is, the brain size actually expands.
Dude, your brain doesn't get bigger from juggling. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut up. When he said your brain expands, I was like, okay, he's talking about, you know, maybe he's just talking about the figuratively, like your brain opens, you expand. Don't tell me your brain gets bigger from juggling. Don't tell me that. That also doesn't make me want to juggle, because then my brain might get too big and it might get too heavy.
The type of MRI scans the researchers used allowed them to focus on structural changes rather than changes in brain activity. Using a sophisticated analysis technique called voxel-based morphology, the researchers were then able to investigate changes in brain gray matter.
In brain. They found changes in brain. Also, if you forgot, this is Phil Gallagher from Juggling for Old Folks.
The area of the brain that consists mostly of the cell bodies of neurons rather than the connective fibers. The study found that volunteers who did not train to juggle showed no difference in their brain scans over.
That's the answer that I give when someone's like, hey, which one of those mud horses from Gen 7 are your favorite? And I say, Bray.
Over the 3-month period. However, those who had acquired the skill demonstrated an increase in gray matter in 2 areas.
That's like in Pokemon. So in Generation 7, there's two horses. There's these 2 Pokemon that are horses. One of them is Mudbray, and one of them is Mudsdale. And I was saying that my favorite mud horse is Bray, not because the other answer, which would be Zdale, is not my favorite horse. I prefer Mudbray as a horse and not Mudsdale.
Areas of the brain involved in visual and motor activity, the mid-temporal area and the posterior intraparietal sulcus. Scientists defined increases as a bigger volume and higher density of gray matter in those areas. While the increases in brain size...
I'm sorry, when are we going to get to the juggling? We're 2.5 minutes into juggling for old folks, and this guy hasn't fucking juggled at all. Haha. At one point in time, I would have considered myself a juggler, went to festivals and meetups and whatnot, and I heard my whole life that it increased my brain matter / function. Ha ha ha. Not sure how true that is, but I've always heard it. Well, free hug for sales. I'm not trying to be rude, but I'm sure this guy is making shit up. Maybe you heard it specifically from this guy. He's gotta be just making this shit up. Or the secret society of jugglers. These are like the conspiracies that get passed down, and maybe a juggler lied to you. There is absolutely no fucking way that juggling. Okay, because here's the thing. I think what bothers me is that he's talking, and I'm not bothered. I'm not mad at this guy. I think what bothers me is that he's specifically talking about juggling as if it is like juggling the very specific act of juggling. I'm sure you could just choose any activity which involves like hand-eye coordination and timing and reaction speed, and it would have yield the same results. Don't tell me it's real. What is this link? Why did I click on this? The effect of juggling is dual task and activity on neuroplasticity. A systematic review. This was revised. The last revision was 2022. Based on this evidence, it can be concluded that the bimanual juggling task as a dual task activity may effectively integrate brain areas to improve neuroplasticity. I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna refute that, and I'm gonna say same shit would happen if you taught fucking old people how to play piano. I'm gonna say same shit would happen if you taught shit would happen if you taught an old person how to play Valorant. When you're old, anything that involves like reaction speeds will fucking grow your brain because you don't do any of that. You'll get the same result if you shoot at an old person's feet and make him dance.
Eyes appear to be due to an expansion in gray matter area. The nature of this increase is not clear. Since the study focused on gray matter, the researchers were primarily looking at changes in cells rather than their connections.
Can you show me how you juggle?
Connections between different parts of the brain by tweaking the architecture of the brain's
Show
white
me how
matter,
you juggle.
a finding that could lead to new therapies for people with brain injuries. White matter describes all areas of the brain that contain mostly axons, outgrowths of nerve cells that connect different cells. It might be expected that learning a new complex tasks such as juggling should strengthen these connections, but previous work looking for changes in the brains of people who had learned how to juggle had only studied increases in gray matter, which...
Dude, I'm juggling right now too. I'm juggling. What am I gonna have for dinner later? Am I gonna have a pasta? Am I gonna have a pizza? Apparently, it's not specific to juggling, but juggling is an example of an ideal task for improving your brain, at least for old people. See, that's the thing, is he's passing it off, like, this guy, listen, I'm sure that study you showed me, I'm sure that study I just looked at, never claimed once that juggling was the only thing that did this, but I know for a fact that this juggle freak is probably like, yeah, juggling is the only thing that does this.
Contains the nerve cells' bodies. Now, Jan Schultz and his colleagues at the University of Oxford have discovered that juggling changes white matter as well. They gave 24 young men and women training packs for juggling and had them practice for half an hour a day for 6 weeks. Before and after this training period, the researchers scanned the brains of the jugglers, along with those of 24 people who didn't do any juggling, using a technique called diffusion tensor imaging that reveals the structure of white matter. They found that there was no change in the brains of the non-jugglers, but the jugglers grew more white matter in a part of the parietal lobe, an area involved in connecting what we see to how we move.
A lot of things to memorize. A lot of words.
The same transformation was seen in all
When is he gonna
the
juggle,
jugglers,
man?
regardless of how well they could perform. This suggests that it's the learning process itself that is important for brain development, not how good you are.
Doesn't matter how good you are. Yeah, it also, when he's like, they put non-jugglers, like, that sounds mean. You know?
finds this
It sounds so
result
mean. Also,
fascinating.
he's like, he's
suggests that
absolutely
learning a
just like,
skill is more
he's
important
gray
than
matter farming right
exercising
now.
what you are
He's
good at already.
he's
The brain
completely
must
matter
become puzzled
maxing at
and
the
learn
he's
something new,
min
he
maxing the
says.
matter in his
Use it
brain
or
with
lose it.
juggling.
So how do you learn to juggle?
Oh, that's a great question.
Step 1. Beanbags are good for beginners. Basically, find balls that will not bounce a lot or roll away when they're dropped. This will save a fair bit of running initially. You can also use a table or a chair so that you don't have to bend over as much because you will drop the balls. A set of beanbags can be bought for a very low price or made by hand. Tennis balls filled with sand or a few pennies and covered with a round balloon also work well.
Wait, a tennis ball filled with sand and covered in a balloon? What? That's what you're recommending I get? You're recommending that I put a bunch of pennies or sand? Who the fuck would do that? Who the fuck would do that? Yeah, another alternative to simply buying beanbags is getting a tennis ball, hollowing it out, and then shoving it full of pennies, and then closing it back up and sealing it, and then covering it in a latex balloon.
They don't bounce and they provide a slip-free grip. So to begin with, keep your elbows in. And
That would be so that might be heavy. That's heavier than a beanbag. Maybe that's actually better for training though. Like I'm just being a hater, and I'm like, oh man, that's too much work. But it might actually be better. It might actually be really good for beanbagging, for juggling because they're heavier.
Just toss one ball back and forth to one.
Yes.
Hand. Try not to look at the ball. Let your peripheral vision take care of that. And you're in the juggle box, which is an imaginary little box.
Yes,
right in front of you.
I am in
Try
the
to get
juggle
it
box, aren't
forehead
I?
high, back and forth.
Hey, baby, you juggle your box for me.
Also, just practice selfies, which are just throwing and catching with just one hand.
But if you're a zoomer, you'd be practicing selfies all the time.
Higher. Your hands should not move very much, so aim to keep your elbows at your hips or somewhere in that area. Initially, that's a little difficult as well.
I'm in the juggle box.
This is a technique to make juggling smooth. Simply.
This is a technique to make juggling smooth. I was trying to explain this to a friend recently. Does anybody remember? Sorry, this is like a complete tangent. Does anybody remember this sort of like psychological practical joke that would be played? The trend was that it would be played on people who are smoking weed for the first time or people that are high. It involved, so they would be high, sat down, and they're like out of it. And it would involve somebody going over to them and, you know, putting their heart, like how he just described the juggle box. And they do this like around their head and they gesture as if they're putting a box over their head. And they'd say, imagine you have a box over your head. And then they sort of took them through like this psychological, like pretending you're like suffocating because there's a box on your head, and they're like, you can't get it, you can't take it off, but you could feel the box. Okay, like, does anybody remember that, or is that something that like only people I knew did? Because I've heard of this before. No, you've never heard of that? That's how Wee Man died. No one's ever heard of that? Because that was like, I remember that was like a thing. That didn't happen to me, and that didn't happen to me. Nobody did that to me. Nobody did that to me when I smoked weed for the first time. No. But it was like a trending practical joke that people would do. Like I'd heard of many people doing it that I knew. Vaguely rings a bell? Yeah. I mean, it was at least something from my neck of the woods. It's just a joke. Like it's not anything bad. Like it's a practical joke, you know. It's not a Mandela effect. I didn't just make this up. There's no way I just made that up. It's not a Mandela effect. Also, that's not even what a Mandela effect is. Also, that's not even what Mandela effect means.
Scoop or dip your hand before tossing the ball. Keep the dip shallow, though,
I thought it was going to hiss.
Going to work if you scoop too deeply.
Practice
scooping and tossing from one hand to the other so that the arc does not rise above eye level.
Yeah, that's a Mandela effect because Nelson Mandela was effectively in a box. He was in jail.
The next step is to take...
What? Well, that's not true. I'm still alive. Unless, guys, everybody just starts going F. And this is a big practical joke that's been played on me, just like when someone put an invisible box on my head. It's not because of my internet. It's not because of my fucking internet, idiot. Oh no, someone put a box on my modem. Someone put a box on my modem. On my rotom. Someone put a box on my scrotum.
And catching with just one hand.
Okay.
Again, this teaches you the scooping motion and also teaches you to shift from one hand to the other, because that will be when you do the actual cascade, which is 3 balls, you'll already have that motion in play. So up, under, up, under, up, under.
Up, under, up, under, up, under. Did he drop it? Oh my god.
Up, under, up, under.
Up, under. It's like a Star Wars alien. Up, under. Up, under.
Up, under, up, under, up, under. Okay, remember you're going to drop the balls a lot, so it would be helpful. Have a table or a chair or something that's going to catch the balls for you.
People on production, that means somebody get him a fucking table.
Yeah. Also having good juggles. These are called jugs, by the way, sand-filled balls. You don't want to be using tennis balls or hard balls or anything that's...
Yeah, a couple sandbags, call them jugs, eh? Eh?
going to be rolling across the living room or potentially breaking anything. Now the next step is 3 balls. And the first thing you do is take 2 in your dominant hand.
Dominant?
Right-handed.
On your dominant hand. In your dominant hand.
As I am, would be in your right hand. Conversely, if you're left-handed, you'd have 2 balls in your left hand. So you want to start with the first ball up, second ball under.
Bitch.
And conversely, if you're left-handed, you'd have 2 balls in your left hand. So you want to start with the first ball up, second ball under.
Like.
And the lights are a problem?
Literally, the lights are a problem. Can't see. Guys, no, I just can't see. It's the lights. It's the fucking lights. Can someone get me a table? Can somebody get me a table and turn the lights down? Yeah, no, he dropped it immediately.
Oh, with your dominant
He's
hand.
so pissed off.
Up, under, up, under, up.
Oh,
under,
wait, no, he's
under,
cracked.
Up, under.
Oh, God. A gape
You got a
mouth.
nice rhythm going. Up, under, up, under.
This is like such a bad way to teach juggling also. He's like, just do it. That really was like, okay, so you start with 2 balls here and then you get 1 here and you go up, under, and then you just do it. No explanation.
Okay, again. 1 ball.
Oh, well, now you're just stroking your
Don't
cock,
expect this
being
to
like,
happen
all right, let's
overnight.
do all that again.
10 minutes a day.
You just want to show off again. You just want to show off that you can do the 3 balls.
If you're retired like I am, 10 minutes a day is available to you. 1 ball, 2 balls, up at the apex, underneath with the second.
2 balls up at the apex.
Then reverse it. Three balls. 2 balls in the dominant hand. Up, under. Again, practice each portion of it
Anywhere
before
like
you move on
up in
to
the
the
top.
next. Try 1 ball for a week or
He's not
2
bad.
days or whatever it takes. For
He
you
can
to
do
feel
it. He can toss
comfortable
those
tossing
jugs.
1 ball to 1 hand back and forth.
He can
without
really toss
dropping the
those
ball.
jugs.
Then move to 2 balls.
All right,
and when
this
you
is
feel
the last
comfortable
minute
with
of
that,
juggling for
you're
senior
on
citizens.
To 2 balls in the dominant hand. In closing,
that was a good, like, that was a really good transition. Can I see that again?
The ball. Then move to 2 balls, and when you feel comfortable with that, you're on to 2 balls in the dominant hand.
That was really good.
Closing, juggling is truly a portable workout. You can do it anywhere. It makes you smarter. It sharpens and focuses your concentration.
It grows your brain. Your brain gets bigger.
Juggling is the ultimate in stress relief. It's an exercise that doesn't feel like you're exercising. You can juggle with...
Dude. Juggling... Okay, I don't want to be too mean because I do understand he's talking to old people. Juggling's not...
Where you are, no travel is required. Juggling maintains and increases range of motion in the arms and shoulders.
Surely it's like, other than your arms, it's surely not that crazy to work for a workout, right? It's not, you're just moving your arms. Can I juggle? Yeah. I actually can't. So, when I was in college, for those who don't know, because I did go to college for acting, we actually learned how to juggle as part of something. It was, we had to juggle. And for the fucking life of me, like, I was just, like, the one person that could not get it, like, honestly. I just could not fucking get it. There's a few other people, but, like, I got it, like, a couple times, and then, like, I would fuck up. Like, I could never do 2. Which is bad, because that's the whole point. Is, like, I could never do 2 or more. Or no, maybe I could do 2, but I couldn't do 3. Maybe. I can't remember. But I remember we had to do something that was, like, a timed activity, and we had to... This is so stupid, like, this is a kindergarten thing. But we had to do something where it was like, okay, do this. Okay, now juggle, and then when you've juggled this many times, you can move on to the next thing. And I just kept trying, and I couldn't do it. And, like, everybody had to be quiet, I remember. It was, like... It was some... I think it was, like, my teacher's husband came in to do something, and this was, like, something he did. It was part of some meditative activity. And it involved almost a timed relay of, like, do this for this many times, and then juggle, and then do this. It's just to make you remember lines or movements better. Movements. It's not specifically to remember better. It's like we would have a movement class to just, like, actually move our bodies and to do something that also sometimes we would, like, basically work out. And this was, like, this is when we were doing yoga, I believe. Her husband was teaching us yoga. I paid, my tuition was, $12,000 per year. So it was a timed relay, and one of it involved, juggling. And I had to juggle, like, 10 times. I had to connect, like, 10 times. And it just got to a point where everybody was past the juggling part. And I was like, Dave, can I just move on? I was like, I can't do it. I was like, I actually can't do it. Can I just move on? I was like, I'm not gonna fucking get this. I'm not gonna juggle 3 beanbags for 10 turns successfully. I'm not gonna fucking do it. Yeah, haha, last to learn juggling in acting school. Yeah, good Go Off Kings username.
It also improves hand speed. It improves balance. It improves depth perception and spatial navigation. It is one of the best ways to improve coordination. Juggling is beneficial for all age groups and body types. Juggling makes exercise...
Not a quitter, I just can't juggle.
And friends and grandchildren
I can yo-yo.
Easy. So get off the sofa and learn to juggle.
Get off the sofa and learn to juggle. We are gonna move on to something else very, very shortly. I'm just gonna go put this mug away and go to the bathroom and get myself a drink. I will be right back very shortly, and then we're gonna move on to Ciao Bella Presents with Donna Wetterland. It would have been so good if I came back and I was juggling. It would have been so good if I came back and I was juggling. But, you know. Also, welcome back to the Funky Lemon Genshi show. Thanks for 56 months. Did I see that? Some half-naked woman beating a man? Yeah, that's bare knuckle beatdown. It's not a big deal. Bare knuckle beatdown is really not a big deal. I did see this though in the Discord. Remember when I said that was a little weird when Don Zerilli of Papa Do Run Run said Brian Wilson did get into that whole politics thing. Somebody found, this is from his Facebook.
See if time to get a good OL juggle.
Oh, jeez.
Charles right. Sorry, I'm eating a chocolate bar. I know it's embarrassing to eat candy on stream, but I can't help it. Yeah, so Papa Do Run Run, I mean, more like Papa Do Buns. That's what I call them. And welcome back, Desmond, to the Funky Little Man. Thanks for 32 months. Cheers. With your host, Barbara Ann Zippy. With your host, Barbara Ann Zippy. Baz. Also known by her initials as Baz. If we gave her a name like Jeb Bush and we went with family and friends, with from tweens to seniors, too much animation. There was a whole transition animation in, and then you did a little motion. Yeah, tween, yeah, how you're editing this video.
Welcome to Ciao Bella, Living Italian Style. I'm your host, Barbara Ann Zippy, and we have an exciting show.
So I do like that the background is just a map of Italy, and just Ciao Bella, Living Italian Style, and it's just on a giant piece of cardboard.
For you today. But first, a couple things that we want to tell you about.
Please be sponsors.
Is a feature that we've been trying to show family pictures over here on Ciao Bella, and
also this is gonna get you. I'm not gonna say what, but this is gonna get you so fucking good. By the way, this is gonna get you so fucking good, and I'm not gonna say why, and you are not gonna expect it. It is gonna get you so good.
In newspaper, and Julie, if you could put this one up of the DeGrasse family, you have actually Father Jim, who's with St. Simon and Jude in Westchester. His mom, Peg DeGrasse, who's been a guest on our show many times. She writes for the Town Talks. She's an editor of the Delaware County News Network newspapers. And her youngest daughter, Marguerite, who is a communications specialist and in the industry now, with all three pictures of the Pope. So if you have a fun picture of your family that you'd like to send...
All with three pictures of the Pope.
Send it to artemisproductions@juno.com, and we'll publish it either in the Italian paper, or we'll have it here and show everyone on Ciao Bella. And then some other exciting news. We made the Inquirer thanks to Tom Gerlish. Yeah. Well, we didn't make the Inquirer, but one of our sponsors, Lisa Silveri, happens to be the lady in black.
Lisa Sylvester.
That he caught off the scenes of Rittenhouse Square, and that's thanks to Tom Gerlish, and he's a photographer with the Inquirer. And then I want to show you that the November issue of the Delaware Valley Italian American Herald has a great article on it on how I spent my Columbus Day holiday weekend. And I did that with the Italians in the Norristown area.
Oh, you love it. Love an Italian who loves Columbus Day.
Thanks to the ambassador, Hank Cisco, that everybody knows in Norristown. And
everybody knows Frank Cisco.
I never met a 92-year-old iPad-carrying guy, and he's a character. So you'll have to try and check out that story. But talking about characters, we have a great show for you today, because there can't be any character more famous than Bam Margera and of the CKY series and Jackass, and that's his mother is here with us today. April, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's great to be here.
You know, April, we first met when you came to the press club and spoke about your new book, April Cooks, that we'll talk about in a little bit.
Okay.
And
April Margera is the esteemed guest on Ciao, the fucking Westchester, Pennsylvania public access show about being Italian. This, by the way, came out. This is like, it says 2015 was when it was published. This is like, this might be like post Jackass. This might be like 2008, maybe? I don't know.
Your stories are wonderful.
Oh,
and actually, you survived them.
I
That's
did.
the wonder.
Somehow.
Somehow you did.
Like,
So,
why did she, like,
Majera, we
why is she just doing, she's doing public, like, that's the love of the game for Ape, dude. Ape's doing some Italian public access show. What if Bam shows up halfway through and fucking, like, moons the camera? What if, like, I would love if Bam showed up halfway through and, like, fucking drop kicked Barbara Ann Zeepy and, like, mooned the camera and, like, and then Ape went, Bam! Bam! I'm on TV! Bam!
We have to always ask our guests about their Italian heritage. And that is your married name.
It is my married name. My husband Phil is 100% Italian.
Oh, we know, bitch.
His mother is Pennsylvania Dutch. So
Oh,
said the blandest
girl,
spaghetti
we know your husband Phil.
sauce ever, right? But but his father's parents
And Don Vito, girl,
came from Ishka Island.
Which is right off the coast of Sorrento.
Yes.
Where the island of Capri is. And
Yeah,
it's
it's
supposed
so
to be
beautiful. I know. We had a planned trip to go and to take my father-in-law who had never been there.
So good.
And then, you know, 9/11 happened and
Put the brakes on a lot.
and it just put the brakes on the whole project that we were actually going to
like, I mean, is she gonna talk about Bam? Like, this is like a whole half-hour show. I wonder if she talks about Bam.
But
Oh, to bring the cameras to the island of Ischia. That would have
Yes.
been crazy. That would have been crazy.
So that would have been a very
Like, actually, like, also, that would have been a Viva La Bam episode, by the way. That's what she means. That's what she means by they were gonna bring the cameras. They were gonna do a Viva La Bam episode in Ireland, probably, and that they decided not to travel.
you know, great story to tell. And then shortly after, when we were going to, you know, reshoot that, my father-in-law has dementia, so it just wasn't to be.
God damn, like, that's actually, like, they're talking about shooting Viva La Bam on this random ass public access show. That's actually, like, kind of fucking sick. I really doubt the story of, we were gonna do a show and we were gonna do an episode where we go to Ireland, but we canceled it because 9/11 happened. Like, I'm sure.
Fortunately. But
those Italian stories and those Italian roots, they must have
so good.
I didn't know Viva La Bam was. Wait, is she talking about Viva La Bam?
In what area your husband and
Was Viva La Bam airing like during 9/11? I honestly don't remember the first year it aired.
A big Italian family. It's been in his grandparents actually bought that house. Then his parents lived in it, and his brother now lives in that house. But
wait, 2003. So maybe they were gonna do.
The fig tree that came over.
Maybe they were gonna do something
else. And, always tomatoes growing and.
Maybe Viva La Bam was 2003. I was like, wait, no.
And where did you learn to cook your version?
What was she talking? Maybe she was talking about.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I'm like Irish.
Yeah, no, it could have been
Welsh. And German.
Maybe legit just Jackass. No, because wait, the movie came out 2002.
Went to Garnet Valley, met my husband at the
movie came out
theater,
2002.
And, he was quite a character.
Maybe they were talking about.
Family was big characters.
Jackass was 2000.
Right.
Jackass was 2000, 2001. I don't know if they would have shot something. What was she talking about? I wonder.
Like my specialty was.
Yeah, maybe they just took a long time to hear about it.
So I just love making Italian food.
Well, then they embraced you very well.
I think so. Yeah, I think we were just talking about that this morning with my.
8 makes a mean spaghetti, dude. Was this before or after Don Vito getting arrested? This was before. This was before Don Vito got arrested.
Sister-in-law who's in town, but
Don Vito was always a pervert, though. him getting arrested wasn't a big tipping point by any means, because it was a huge characteristic of him during Viva La Bam that he was like legitimately a pervert. Like multiple instances of him just like grabbing girls, and then Bam would be like, Vito, what the hell? Like that was a regular thing.
When I cook for them, yeah.
Well, we have a picture of you with your young family on the cruise.
Oh my God, is it Bam?
You have that picture
Yes.
there. And your boys are how old over there?
Oh my God, dude.
Well, I think Jesse is probably 8, Bam is probably 7.
And he's
Oh
the
my
short
God.
one.
Yes.
Bam is the short
He's
one.
the youngest,
Okay.
yeah.
Now they look like such nice young men. And then if you show the premiere, the MTV show premiere,
Yes.
right there,
Yeah.
that is.
Oh, okay. No, this is Jackass 3 era. This is Jackass 3. So this is like 2000. When did Jackass 3 come out? 2008? 2008. Did it? Or 2012? When did did it come out in 2012? I thought it was 2008. I can't remember. No, yeah, it was 2012. Yeah, it was 2012. 2000. It wasn't 2 years after Jackass 2. It was a while. And also, my brother saw it in theaters, so I would have been right around then. Damn. So this looks like shit.
Yep, my tattooed rock and roll banded son. Yes.
And your hubby.
And my hubby, who is still Elvis related.
Is he Elvis related?
No, he's always Elvis, everything.
He loves Elvis.
Yeah.
That's a thing. He fucking loves Elvis. That is actually a thing that Phil is obsessed with Elvis.
Everything. Yeah, my Bob is an Elvis guy.
I'm pretty sure it might be in an episode of Viva La Bam, or this might just be like after, but a whole thing was like Bam gets him like this like Elvis like memorabilia. I think there's a whole thing where Bam like gets him like something that like Elvis owned or something.
Yes, I know.
Yeah. So now, how do you go from those adorable looking boys on a cruise? What age did Bam erupt?
What the fuck? Okay, so this is also just going in a direction of like, so all I know about your son is he's on fucking drugs. So she's also just, Barbara's being a bit weird, and she's just indirectly asking like, yeah, so your one son is like on fucking drugs and he's an alcoholic. Tell us about that.
Well, Bam was, he was always into skateboarding. He and Jesse both skateboarded. And the skateboarding...
As
a young boy, I mean, he was probably right around 7 that he started skating on a skateboard.
I thought she meant his success.
Relatively new.
Unless she was talking about his success. But being like, I think it was because of the way that she led up to it, being like, now you have this rock and roller tattooed crazy son. When did he erupt?
Like, not a lot
She put a certain stank on it.
people knew, except for the little banana skateboard we knew from the 60s.
Right.
And he was really good at it. I mean, he was just getting
Yeah, because they were like, oh, the boys were so nice. And I'm like,
better. And even as a young boy, and very short for his age, so he even looked younger. He looked like Alvin, with the hat and the big shirt.
The chipmunk?
Skating. And he got his first public, notice in like a big magazine when he was 12, and he looked even younger. He looked 8. So, he became a professional skateboarder at a very young age, 16.
He's the fucking
started
man.
Making his own movies.
That's wild. He's the fucking man.
He was filming skateboarding and then fitting in funny little skits with his friends, so his non-skateboarding friends would be entertained. And it grew into this huge thing. So I mean, he was not only a
just talk about
professional skateboarder
Bam
with his own professional line of products.
Yeah, who's Alvin, by the way? She said he looked like Alvin. Who's Alvin? Who are we talking about?
Things like that. He was the CKY movie.
The chipmunk? She means the chipmunk, right? She's a chipmunk. He looked like the chipmunk. He said a hat and the shirt. And I'm like, okay, well that could be.
Took off like crazy, which like rolled into the Jackass show and series and movies.
So how did you roll along with it?
Well, that's so funny you asked that, because they kept telling us that we got a show, and I'm like, really?
Alvin Harris?
Doing what? And they're like, being yourself. I'm like, okay, doing what?
See, now I'm actually this is boring, but I'm like kind of dialed in because I'm like, oh damn, this is just a Viva La Bam interview.
They're like, just being yourself.
Bam!
I'm like, oh, okay. So if you see the first Jackass show, when they came to town, you can clearly see that I did not think that I was part of this because I had my glasses on, no makeup, I'm cooking for everybody, I'm laying food out.
And then there's an alligator in the living room. Bam! There's an alligator.
Me, and I'm like, what are you doing? And they're like, we're filming you. You're on the show. And I'm like, no, I'm just cooking and cleaning.
Which one's that from? Alligator in the living room? Is that from Jackass 1? Is that from the movie or from the show? Or is that Jackass 2?
They're like, you're on the show. So every time they go back to like an anniversary show or something, there I am, completely clueless.
And cooking.
Completely
and cooking,
nude.
And cleaning.
And cooking and cleaning.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I had to be cleaning up a lot after
A really
some
lot.
of their stunts.
Yes.
Like when Bam painted the house blue. I really hope she says that's why, like when Bam painted the house blue.
And then cooking to feed all those people.
I know. They always said, please, can we not get catering? Could you just cook? Which was like a little more pressure. I did like doing that, and I was doing that in the beginning.
Oh, just
When there was no
production cutting
budget or
production cutting costs and making Bam's mom do craft services is pretty funny.
or anything.
Right, yep.
And so they much preferred that, but it was a really lot of toting.
Left Grammy is so hot. I'm sorry. I wish I didn't feel that way.
Food with me as they wanted me to also look good and film.
That's a
So,
big combination.
Well,
to
looking
fill.
good was the hardest part.
But with your years as a hairdresser,
You'd think, right? That would help a
you have
little?
Some heads up on that one.
Yeah.
But we're going to.
I mean, I feel like I might just top off April. Oh, I mean, top off the video with April Margera here. Just because it is, you know, all just April Margera talking about Viva La Bam and also cooking Italian, which I'm not really interested in. I just kind of wanted to give you the shock of like, bam! Ha ha ha! I found this. We're gonna move on to Nancy Bluebird's show, 4th of July. This is another half-hour one, so we're not gonna watch the whole thing, of course.
And welcome again to the Nancy Bluebird of Montana show. Today I'm still celebrating Memorial Day, plus just getting over the 4th of July too, because I feel that it tends to go hand in hand. I don't think our forefathers, meant it that way, but it's just something that has happened. And I'm very grateful for that. The memorial celebration was on June 26th, and it was about an hour.
I feel wrong listening to this. It feels like she's like talking, like, this feels like a school presentation. Listening to the episode of What's All This Then You're On? It was a really good episode. Thank you. This feels not right. Not right.
Might see a little bit more than that, so be patient.
She also sounds like she's having a really bad time, and I think that's what it is.
With this. Another thing is that we have two guests today that was at the celebration. And
we have two guests today that was at the celebration. Oh, another thing. We have two guests today that was at the celebration. This feels like how I like monologue before the streams start. Like I'm just pulling shit out of my ass.
Also, did quite a bit for this.
Why is she panting? Why is she breathing? Why is she breathing so heavily? Is she okay? Yes, and her mic is so annoying. Oh my god, Ricky Boy hates her. You hate her! What's her name again? You hate Nancy Bluebird.
Celebration. We have Tate and we have Rachel, and they're gonna expound a little bit what it felt to them also. So I'm gonna just go right over there, and we are gonna start the show on the road.
What a foreboding, like hovering over like a suicide's ghost. Just hovering over to them. Like they're not even aware of her presence. Like they've just done a seance, man.
Food.
Oh yeah, he's nervous. Take a sip.
Now, Tate, what's your last name?
Jones.
Tate Jones. And Rachel?
Roberts.
Roberts, okay. And let's see. I guess for me, I don't know if it's either for either one of you, but when I see wherever I am and I see Old Glory going down, you know, the aisles wherever I am, you know, I just immediately, you know, stand up with the presentation.
What is going on? What is happening? What is she doing? Wait, so is this an interview? I mean, she's also said nothing. What's the point? What's the point of this?
You know, and as it comes, you know, and
is she just saying she stands for the flag, and if you don't like it, we don't care?
Hearing American anthem played, you know, I am in the VSA choir, you know, very special arts choir, and just recently we learned, you know, Ned also sang, but we learned about the American anthem and how it came about, you know, and what.
Hey girl, so is this an interview? So why are they here? Are they just here to listen to you talk? Like, did you just get a couple people to listen to you talk? Why are they here? Why she's talking about like yeah, I'm almost debating on like putting Laura Palmer's theme song over this. This is like so
each lyrics, you know, what it's meant in my heart, you know. Would either one of you like to elaborate, you know, about the flag and the ceremony?
I mean, I love her. Like, she's just so off the cuff. Like,
I felt
it's so like I love her. Like, this is so disorganized. Like, this is just, it's a mess. I don't know the direction of it. Oh, bitch. Oh, bitch. Oh, honey.
I thought working on the exhibit, and again, what we tried to do is a revolution to.
Well, let's hear Nancy. Let's hear Nancy Bluebird interview these folks a little more. Okay.
It's been a very constant theme throughout the American story from 1775 on, 1776 on, and I just thought it was a very interesting juxtaposition that at the very end of the exhibit, after we'd finished up with Desert Storm.
The very end of the exhibit. Why is he like? He's trying to do something with his voice.
At the end of the hall, and had given a display of contemporary military equipment. That there, juxtaposed on the stage, you had both the ROTC people, tomorrow's military leaders, and a number of veterans of past conflicts, too. It all seemed to tie it very nicely together, I think, for us in terms of a heritage perspective.
And that's actually, like, what those two images juxtaposed on stage like that. Low-key. Fucking inspiring. The ROTC, the soldiers of tomorrow, and then also the veterans of yesterday, coming together at long last on stage to celebrate this day, to celebrate the future and past of the American military, while we look on and we thank them for all of their efforts.
I agree with you most honorably. I really do.
Okay.
I think you know, people don't give enough tribute to the ones that are just, you know, maybe a year or not even a year. My father was in the
Girl, what are you saying?
Korean War, you know, and for many years they weren't even, you know, it's a conflict, it's not a war, you know, and you know, boy, I remember my dad, you know, at home, you know, I wasn't an army brat or anything, but boy, I grew up in a pretty patriotic family, you know, so. And how about you, Rachel?
As an American citizen.
Cameron Angel! That was that sip of that sip of water. I want to see that again. Like, he is just so, this is, oh my god, this is so awkward. Like, I'm squirming.
You know, boy, I remember my dad, you know, at home. You know, I wasn't an army brat or anything, but boy, I grew up in a pretty patriotic. pretty patriotic family.
Welcome to the Funky Little Man, woke beekeeper.
And
Thanks
how
for the
about you,
tier 1.
Rachel? As an American citizen, we take so much for granted living in this country, and ceremonies such as the Memorial Day focus.
Oh wow, they really didn't want to know. They really didn't know if they wanted to. Did they know? Okay, so here's I have a prediction. I feel like at this point they think that they have the camera. They have it on camera 2. I think at this point, okay, so we're gonna say camera 2 is the wide shot, camera 1 is the close up. They think right now that they're on camera 2, right?
As an American citizen.
And so they think that nobody saw this transition.
And
then they actually switch. They're like, oh shit.
So much for granted.
And then they're like, okay, we can't switch back right now. Let's give it a sec to make it seem like that was intentional.
Living in this country, and ceremonies such
okay,
as
camera
the
1.
Memorial Day focus. It was just a privilege to participate.
The topic, this is Nancy Bluebird's 4th of July special. So it's just all patriotic, it's just America.
It was an honor and privilege to participate in such an event. And I was very fortunate that I had that opportunity.
Yeah, I enjoyed just singing.
Adjusting the lights in real time, so funny.
Rachel did sing a few songs for us at the event.
She was overexposed. No, she wasn't over. Rachel wasn't over. Rachel Roberts wasn't over. Her name's Rachel Roberts, I think. She wasn't overexposed. She just looks like that. Before 9/11 or after? This is far before 9/11, I believe.
I think all in all, it was really a tribute to all the veterans, here at past. I guess, could either one of you expound on the...
She's also used the word expound like 5 times. Just saying. Just saying. She says expound a lot. I don't know.
With the chair and the rose and the I don't know, I want to say lost soldier, and I don't know, that's not really what they said it was, but
No, that was a salute to the POW MIAs. It's a issue that continues to reverberate from the Vietnam War, that a number of people in Vietnam were never accounted for, and although all prisoners of war were accounted for, there's still a number, I think, around 1,400.
Now we're talking. I mean, he's playing this at like he's playing this at like some memorial. This is reminding me of the I think you should leave bit, the guy with the throwing the plates, the giant fucking crazy organ at the funeral. This is playing at a memorial? Is Oh, we got a singer too. So this segment of the Nancy Bluebird can kick rocks. That was a terrible show. What a bad fucking misdirected show, Nancy Bluebird. It's the 4th, this must be Memorial Day, but it is July 4th. The Nancy Bluebird special is for the 4th of July. What a shit show. Except for this part, and I do want to check out the... I hate Nancy, expound on that. Can you expound on, Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Oh, this is Rachel. This is Rachel Roberts.
Scratch that. Reverse it.
Why so pale?
There was dirty feces thrown all over the walls, the floor, the ceiling, and it stunk so bad.
I was gonna turn it up, but that's mean. Also, that whole time though, before all the feedback, I had it to like half volume, and it was still so fucking loud. Does that happen the whole time she's singing? Did she come back? Yeah, like that fucking got me. Like, no, there was a fucking Go Off King sound. Hang on. Hang on. No, it did do the sound for a little bit. Hang on. When it first comes in, that was the fucking sound. I feel like we're done with Nancy Bluebird's show. There's also just like 2 minutes of black screen after that, so she could fill the half-hour spot. There's 2 minutes of black screen at the end, so Nancy Bluebird is a fucking fraud and she's a liar. Next up, we got History Now. This is coming at us from Lake Orion, Michigan. As usual, like I said at the top of the stream, shit from Michigan tends to be pretty good. We're joined by, this is host Anthony Taormina talks about the origins of Sonic the Hedgehog, his friends, and how it spawned a multitude of characters across tons of different media sources. I am biased. Yes, yes, I am, of course, biased towards Michigan. Reagan? So this is a general American history show.
Good evening, Lake Orion. Welcome to History
Wait, can
Now
I hear him talk?
On ONTV. I'm your host, Anthony Taormina. This episode, I want to talk about something that I am really, really much a fan of, that I was a fan of back when I was young, and in many ways I still am a fan to this day. And that is a video game legend, and also who's going to actually have our own movie come out in November 2019, and that is...
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, very small water that he's crushed. The small water bottle is kind of crushed in, and he's barely taken a sip. He's just already crushed it.
Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, people will ask, why am I a fan of Sonic the Hedgehog? Well, it's simple.
I know, right?
First things first,
why?
I love the hero-villain concept. And back when I was younger, that was kind of one of the driving points between who was considered a hero, who was considered a villain, who was considered an anti-hero. And in that case, when I was younger, this was Sonic the Hedgehog. And, you know, it was something that stuck with me ever since when I was a young boy.
I'm not bullying this guy. I'm not bullying this guy because I'm a fucking Sonic kid. I can't bully this guy. I'm a Sonic kid, too. I would have, dude, if you tell, do you think, riddle me that, do you think in history class, if I had to do a presentation about general history as this guy is doing, do you think I would have made it about Sonic? Yes.
Kind of further helped add to my creativity complexes back when I was younger, and in many ways, I still use
I love Sonic
today, and this is where it kind of started, was when I started liking Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, the Sonic the Hedgehog is part of the video game franchise, which is known as Sega, which is a company that's based in Japan.
Sega's actually not a franchise. Sega's not a video game franchise.
They needed to find
That's not a game. Sega's not a game.
Character.
Sega in a game.
to compete with Nintendo, who Nintendo has Super Mario and
They did.
Luigi and Koopa and slash Bowser and Donkey Kong, and so the video game franchise, the character, ended up being
And
Sonic
Koopa.
the Hedgehog. The concept of Sonic the Hedgehog was basically a blue hedgehog with supersonic speed, which was the goal was to stop a mad scientist, which I'll go over when doing character descriptions.
He's gonna go like I will get to Eggman. He'll get to Eggman, all right? He's gonna get to him.
From taking over the world on world domination. Now, Sonic was first formed in 1991, and the first video game to ever come out from
Sonic was formed.
From the Sonic the Hedgehog series was called Sonic the Hedgehog.
As it would be. Yeah, is he gonna talk about Sonic Adventure 2? Does he talk about Rouge? He's like, Sonic Adventure 2 took a different turn, and they had Shadow and Rouge, who was, well, let's just say she had her big ones bulging out. I need that on a soundboard because it sounds insane when I say it. I need that on a soundboard. I need Gino saying you got your big ones bulging out on the soundboard because it sounds insane to just say it.
In June 23rd, 1991, which it really focused on two characters at that point, which was Sonic the Hedgehog and this mad scientist that was bent on world domination.
He's gonna say Robotnik.
Now, the characters I want to talk about is, obviously, I'll first talk about Sonic the Hedgehog.
Obviously.
Make mention briefly, he's a blue hedgehog with supersonic speed.
Yes.
With the intent of keeping peace and freedom in the world. And
you could have said Galaxy. This one's also half an hour. We're not watching the whole thing. You could have said Galaxy because that counts. Yeah, Sonic does actually keep the whole galaxy safe. Literally keeps the whole galaxy safe because they go to space. They go to space in Sonic Adventure 2, dude. He actually goes to space a bunch of times. He goes to space in Sonic Unleashed. He goes to space in Sonic Colors. He actually does a lot of stuff in space. There, there's always a space level. He's always going to space. So you can say he keeps the galaxy safe because he's always going to Dr. Eggman's space bases.
He also wanted to make sure that everything was all right with the world, and he had supersonic speed. He was one of the fastest. At that time, the fastest in the world. He had supersonic speed, and he also was very caring for his friends.
That first smack always gets me. Welcome back to the Funkle Man M17K01551.
Was the mad scientist known as Dr. Ivo Robotnik, who would go through
later known as Dr. Eggman, is he gonna say?
Several transformations and eventually become Dr. Eggman.
That's what I'm fucking talking about, man.
Focused on his goal, simply put, was on world domination.
Yes.
And he actually became the main rival
yes.
of Sonic the Hedgehog, and those two would fight and clash in multiple battles, not just in the video games, but throughout comics and TV shows. I mean, it was just that rivalry, that created the concept of who was the good guy, who was the bad guy.
Scratch that. Reverse
it.
it.
It also had animals to it, too. Sonic was a hedgehog.
Let him talk. Stop. He's talking. Stop. He's talking, okay? I'm being quiet because he's talking. He's talking. This is history. Be quiet.
Robotnik was a mad scientist. Now, we would introduce other characters in 1992, a year
Tails,
after
bitch.
1991. Sonic 2.
Run that back for me one more time.
Now, we would introduce other characters in 1992, a year after 1991.
1992, a year after 1991.
Sonic 2 came out, and
added
Sonic
Tails.
Had an ally, which was a two-tailed fox named Miles.
Miles. Oh no, it's gonna be Miles Prower. It's gonna be Miles Prower. He's going from that. Oh my god, he got me. Truth nuke. No, yes, yeah, it was Miles Prower first. Yes, it was Miles Tails Prower.
Prouder, also known as
Prower, not Prouder. It's Prower. A pun on miles per hour. It's Prower.
Tails. So, Tails would often ally and aid Sonic. He also
Miles Prouder.
had two flying tails, and would often fly Sonic whenever he needed to. And also, Tails was quite a flyer. Tails would often fly Sonic whenever
He said like he's got 2 flying tails, and he would fly Sonic around, and he was quite the flyer actually.
he needed to. And also, Tails was quite a flyer. Tails would often fly Sonic on an airplane, and
Which
this would
is
further help Sonic
it's a
in his
tornado.
battle against Dr. Robotnik to prevent world domination. Now,
How far does he get into the lore? Because he's got pages of, well, he's got a page. How far does he get into it with half an hour?
actually were helping whenever they needed to. They aided Sonic whenever they needed to. And this would be really, really important for Sonic because Sonic needed a lot of allies, and they would also aid Sonic as well.
Who's he talking about? What's he talking about right now?
Sonic did have his fair share of new villains outside of Robotnik.
Did I just skip to the shadow segment? I think I just skipped to the shadow segment.
/ Dr. Eggman. Rouge the Bat was a very deceptive bat, very similar to Knack the Weasel, where there was a love for diamonds and chaos emeralds and jewelry. This was Rouge the Bat. Rouge was very much a sneaky, a lot like Madame Rouge. That's where the concept of Rouge the Bat came from.
Come on. You can say that she's beautiful. Say that she's beautiful. Also, like, dude, he's going in, like, yeah, he's actually giving the whole fucking rundown of, like, Sonic ever, because he just mentioned the villain Knack the Weasel, also known as Fang the Sniper. He just mentioned him. Like, how deep are you going? You're talking about, like, the fucking Sonic comics. Like, Knack the Weasel in, like, 2 games, I think? I think he's in, like, I think he's in, like, the first Sonic Racing and then Sonic the Fighters, and then for the most part, he's just, like, in the comics. And he's also primarily known as Fang the Sniper in the games.
Sonic lore unlocked.
Welcome back to the Funky Land. Chicken is bugs. Thanks for 2 months. So he is going very deep.
Very deceptive, but very cunning, very smart bat. A lady bat as well.
Lady bat.
She would also grow to become one of Knuckles' rivals as well. And
lover?
She just was very, very...
hinted.
Very sneaky. Another major villain would be Shadow the Hedgehog. Shadow ended up becoming a rival of Sonic's. And Sonic and Shadow would engage in several vicious duels. Shadow would end up becoming one of Sonic's rivals, just like when Knuckles was, just like when Knack the Weasel, or you know.
Okay, like I'm really not trying to go too hard on this guy. Like, I know that I am a Sonic goat too, but like, dude, Knack the Weasel is such lore that nobody needs to know. Like, I'm so sorry. Dude, Knack the Weasel. He's a very cool Sonic character. He's a weasel and he's Australian and he's got, that's not canon. That's not canon either. That's canon art. He's very cool because he's like a little weasel guy. He's purple. He shoots a gun and he's like he's Australian. He's an Australian little purple weasel and he's got a really big tooth. He is really cool. He is legitimately very cool. But he is like just he is just so absolutely barely canon I mean, he is canon, but he's like barely in the mainline series at all, is really only prominent in the Archie comics, and even though he's in the comics, he's really only like comic relief that only shows up when I forget the name of the name of their trio with him, Bark, and Bean. Bean, the little ducky in the background, by the way, is like my favorite Sonic character. He's just a little green duck and he likes blowing up stuff and he's really cute. That is just such knowledge that nobody needs to know at all.
Or Rouge the Bat. Shadow was one of Sonic's biggest rivals. And
that was a good presentation on Sonic, but I feel like we're done now. This one's quick.
Nope, scratch that. Reverse it.
Welcome to the 60-second job search engineer, and I'm your host, Wayne Greenway. Melissa has had 3 interviews, but has been unable to land a job, and she's asked for my advice. Well, first of all, Melissa, congratulations on landing those interviews. That's an accomplishment. Here's a tip. What you want to do is you want to answer most of the questions in your interview using the STAR method. S stands for situation. So something like, when I worked at the ABC Bank. T stands for task, and that would be when I worked with clients at the bank to help them with their retirement planning so they would not outlive their savings. A stands for action. I built such great relationships with those clients that R stands for results.
Oh, yes.
70% of the clients purchased services from the bank as a direct result of my work with them. So you see, the STAR method is a way of directly showing the impact of your work and how you fit the position. So if you want to try this tip and see how it works, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me at the address below. This has been the 60-second job search engineer, and I'm Wayne Greenway.
Little Toronto one for you. That's really not a huge one. I just really appreciate how fucking frightened that guy was. I do really appreciate how absolutely frightened he was.
Welcome to the 60-second job search engineer, and I'm your host, Wayne Greenway. Melissa has had 3 interviews, but has been unable.
He just sounds so scared. We're gonna move on to, this is aptly titled Children's Fashion Show. This is a Mormon children's fashion show at JCPenney.
Welcome
Oh,
to
great.
This is our back.
So if you have the right headphone on from before when we were watching Rich McGlinchey's Sonoma County in the 90s, you gotta put the left one back, or else you won't be able to hear the video.
School Fashion Show 97 with the Achievement Days girls and Cub Scouts from Pack 91 in Stevensville, Montana.
Our girls of the same
Oh,
age.
never mind.
These are our Boy Scouts.
Too loud now. Never mind, you can put it back.
Young ladies. We're very grateful to JCPenney's for allowing us to put on this
JCPenney's.
program. And it's 10 o'clock and we are going to start. This is back to school. Your young men and young ladies have lots of wonderful things to look forward to in this coming year. Our first things that you will be seeing today are trendy.
First category is trendy. Oh, there she is. Category is trends. Why is this in a jewelry shop? It's at a JCPenney, so this is just the jewelry section of the JCPenney. Come on, guys. Come on.
Our first model is Amy Groniger, and she is wearing sheer long sleeve.
Wait, is she just gonna stand there? Wait. Go, girl, give us nothing.
Floral poly blouse by Anxiety.
Anxiety.
Or a poly shell that is dark brown.
They're playing Michael? Oh, this is gonna get the VOD muted. They're playing Michael Jackson?
She's wearing a cotton spandex skirt, suede-like, by
That's Michael. You can hear that. You can hear that. You can hear like I can't make out any of the lyrics and I don't know the song, but that's Michael.
She's carrying a brown Rossetti purse. She's wearing mixed blues brown.
That's all I'm
dress
hearing.
shoes with a ballet strap.
Like what I just did is all I can hear.
Very trendy.
Very trendy.
Our next model is Crystal Barbian.
Crystal Barbian?
She is wearing New Moves Hollywood style black velvet, 100% polyester and machine washable. The lame-like sheen is accented with a heart.
Girl, that walk.
The shoes she's wearing.
They're so uncomfortable and they don't know what to do. Also, yeah, it's 100% polyester.
Blue, black sandals.
That's like not something people want at all.
They're a dress shoe with a 3-inch
This shirt can melt.
heel. Very trendy. Thank you, Crystal.
Very trendy, Crystal Barbian.
McPherson is our next model.
Baby crying.
She is wearing Levi's 550 slim cut.
Well, this is also a vibe.
With a broad belt with a silver buckle.
Do any of these I'm sorry, but do any of these clothes fit her? Like they're so stiff. Like I mean, like, I'm really not trying to make fun of the girls here, but yes, she looks like Han Solo. I'm really not trying to make fun of the girls here, but like, you know, do any of these clothes fit, or is it the fact that they're Mormon? Because, like, she's not moving her body when she walks. Like, she's not moving.
Made by Levi's. The new moves, white ribbed, 100% cotton pullover, has a
Oh, well, she had a little.
and a zip front.
The baby.
Zones is maker of the
Well, she had a little juice in her spin.
lining and shell. This is 100% pigskin. A great outfit for FFA.
Great outfit for the birthday. Can I hear that again?
With nylon lining and shell. This is 100% pigskin. A great outfit for FFA. Jennifer, we want you to wait there a minute and let us talk about your shoes. You have a 2-inch heel leather upper, black pilgrim buckle accent.
I really would love to see the shoes. Can we have a bit of commotion for the shoes? I really would love to see the shoes. May I see them?
Thank you, Jennifer.
They're actively figuring out how to get the camera close to the shoes.
Clarice
They couldn't
is
do
our
it in
next
time. They
model.
couldn't do it in time. I couldn't see the
She
shoes.
is wearing area code retro look, separates in lime and black. A velour sweater, so
Yes.
soft. With sky blue accents.
Yes.
100% acrylic. A kilt top.
Also, yeah, slow down, slow down, slow down,
style
slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. I can't see what you're wearing.
Skirt and
Slow down.
short combo with a button.
Slow down,
over
relax.
flap
Oh my
in the
God.
Front. Made of 100% polyester, made by Area Code. Clarice, I need you to wait a moment while we talk about your shoes. They're
I need you to wait a moment while we talk about your shoes.
on black-heeled loafers.
No, don't go. We gotta talk about the shoes.
Made by Mixed Blue. Thank you, Clarice.
Thank you, Chloe's. Oh, hell
Our
yes.
next model is Haley Majors.
Oh, yes.
She is wearing an Amy 2 skirt dress, poly nylon.
Oh, look at her
Slip
swinging that
under
bag.
Is acetate with sheer.
Look at her
cheetah
swinging that
pattern
bag.
Over the top. Backpack purse is by Michael Stevens, and it is all man-made
Oh my god,
materials.
that's so funny.
The
Like,
hair bar
they're
is
just like,
from the Riviera
like
collection.
how methodical their like just pivot is. Like they're like, okay, go here, pivot.
Allison and
I think they've been taught to do that. I think whoever is running this has taught the girls that like, okay, when you get to one end, you do just a big pivot.
is her shoe type. They have a 1-inch black dress and 3 buckles.
Not like just like
Beautiful.
maybe go and like
Like
go like,
outfit.
and then
Our
like turn.
next
Just Oh, yes.
Model is Brandy Della Silva.
Oh.
She is wearing an Amy Byer bell
Oh, no.
bottoms.
Oh,
with
no.
Black, 100%.
Oh, no, she's still
poly,
standing there.
acetate
Oh, no.
with a silver chain belt.
Oh, this is
Amy
anarchy.
Byer,
Oh, this is pure
full
anarchy.
red poly cotton with poly.
This is... Oh, God. They're rebelling. She stayed at the back of the stage, and also the next model has already gone up with her. This complete chaos, absolute pandemonium in the building, absolute pandemonium in the penny.
And zipper front, 1.5-inch heel.
I feel like she's waiting to hear her talk about her shoes.
Our next model is Courtney. Courtney is wearing a Eubanks 100% cotton denim skirt dress with
so much leopard print
collar in 100% poly. Tie back, washable. JCPenney's tights. They are made by the JCPenney company and their color is cream. Alice and Ann are the black patent leather 2-inch side buckle shoes she is wearing. These young ladies are showing you that fur is in this year.
Fur is in this year.
Board patterns. Thank you, ladies.
Fur is in.
Our next model
Fur
is
is in.
Austin McPherson.
Yes.
First gentleman of the morning. He is wearing...
Sir.
Duco beige color, 100%.
This is what I want to
poly-
see. Yeah, this is what I want to see because this is just how I dress. Yeah. Yeah, this is just how I dress. Yeah.
100% cotton denim pants, V-neck, zone, long
That's
sleeve,
absolutely
knitted with
swagged out.
green and white
Yes,
accent
dude.
Shirt. Arizona jeans,
Swaggy.
with beige,
Holy shit.
wide whale corduroy cap.
Swaggy.
100% cotton. Vans, leather woven cotton smoke colored
Yes.
skater shoes.
Yes.
These are very attractive. Thank you, Austin. Taylor Bishop is our next model. She is wearing a Levi's zip front 100% cotton denim jacket. Detail.
Yeah, I really wouldn't use that
tailored
verbiage.
For Taylor. This jacket has been specifically tailored. Lee jeans that have a flare leg and are cut to be noticed. The color is double black. The t-shirt she has on
Sorry, I probably sounded like and looked like I almost just threw up.
is by Pooh, Disney Sunwear.
It's by Pooh. Ha ha ha. Disney, I mean. The bear.
Noticed. The color is double black. The t-shirt she has on is by Pooh.
Oh.
Disney
Ah.
Sunwear. 100 Acre Blues. 100% cotton.
Double black.
We love Velcro.
It's like it's the Vanta black color, so it looks like she doesn't have legs at all, and it's like just a 2D it's just like a redacted little pants drawing on the screen.
Lace tennis shoes.
Yes. They were 100% taught to do like the very robotic turn, which I find so funny. Because everybody's doing it.
Our next model.
Oh, wait.
She is wearing New Moves black
Yo.
jumper.
Dude. Coming up on the right. Swagatron, dude.
100%
Wait
rayon.
for it. Wait
Long
for it.
sleeve white pullover with a knit collar.
Wait for it.
Silver zippers, 100%.
I mean, like, that's, yeah,
cotton.
cute. I mean, does she look like Annie Wilkes? Yes. But, like, cute.
Black back.
Like, that's a cute back-to-school outfit, right?
Gold clasps in vinyl. Her shoes are
Very
by
Mormon.
Arizona.
Very Mormon.
Black leather, T-strap, school to red. Thank you, Natalie.
Go, Natalie.
Our next group is
Oh.
a sporty group, and Max Oram is our first model. He is wearing burgundy and silver, which is a very popular color this year.
Yeah.
Montana Grizzly Cat.
Yes.
Light gray
Yes, sir.
Grizz sweatpants.
Yes, sir.
White Nike T-shirt, 100% cotton. Burgundy and silver Grizzly football
Oh man, he's so
jersey
nervous. He's
by
like looking down.
Image. It's made of 100%.
He's looking down.
nylon. The shoes are Nike Air, black with white trim. They are
Hey, don't keep your head
popular
down.
Sports shoe.
Don't keep your
Thank
head
you,
down.
Max.
You're good. You look sick.
Andrea Schultz is our next model.
Andrea Schultz.
She is wearing Reebok.
Do you think her name's Andrea or her name's Andrea? I think her name's probably Andrea and she said Andrea. Because she's also said washable.
Reebok royal blue biking shorts.
Or it's Andrea, but she said Andrea.
Never say never. Reebok tee, 100% cotton.
The baby's crying again.
Reebok
Dude, she's
sweatshirt,
kind of swagged out. Wait, this is pretty
poly
swaggy.
blend, soft crew neck.
This is pretty swaggy.
With Reebok emblem. A Reebok athletic bag.
Dude, now
royal blue.
I'm such a fucking idiot. Like I'm actually like the children's JCPenney fashion show from the 90s. I'm actually going like, damn, looks sick. I'd wear that. The Mormon JCPenney's children's back to school fashion show from like 1995. I'm looking at going, yeah, shit, I'd wear that.
And the shoes she is wearing are Nike Air white with
Yeah, get that baby out of there.
navy sole and accents.
Getting in the way.
Thank you, Andrea. These girls are the Reebok pair. The other model is Ashley
I'm not pulling a fit right
Della
now,
Silva.
though. Unfortunately,
And she is head
I'm
to
not.
toe
I'm not
Reebok.
pulling this
Biking
sort of fit.
shorts in navy blue cotton poly.
I can't do that though. I can't do
Spandex
that.
and
That's too
cotton
nice.
poly
This is too 90s. I can't do
blend
it. I wouldn't dress
sweatshirt.
like that.
Accented with nylon Reebok gym bag.
No. I can't do that. I
The
can't
Reebok
do that pink.
shoes are pink and blue. Very hot outfit.
She's like the only one that's been happy so far.
Reebok Professional.
Oh, we got like older kids, I think.
The shell is poly nylon, cap sleeve, mock.
Seen that outfit 3 times before. Oh my god, bro, monk.
Any wonderful occasion.
Wait, show me the monk. Show me the wizard's robes.
And lovely. Clothes by Michael James. This is a cotton poly white with a button-down front dress shirt. He's wearing black unsleeved dress slacks. Bailey, and he is dressed and Libby. Thank you, Brandy.
Dude, Brandy just did her
Accented with a
like
gold dangly
Brandy
belt.
just did her first Mages Guild quest and got the Mage's Apprentice robes.
Pattern side.
Genuinely how it feels playing Oblivion and you just did the first Mage's Guild quest and you got your first Apprentice robes. Walking through the Imperial City.
These classy guys you're now going to see.
Oh, these classy
are
guys.
started out by double-breasted black suit.
We got suits.
Polyester rayon blend. The pants are pleated. The belt is alligator type. Michael James makes the white dress shirt.
The white?
Cotton poly blend. The tie is black and orange. Pooh and Tiger by Disney. The sock.
Pooh and Tiger. Pooh and Tiger. You know Winnie the Pooh's best friend, Tiger.
Our gray black Mickey Mouse Company. Michael James black leather dress shoes.
I feel like she's having trouble reading this. Michael James black like she's having trouble reading this and she's reading it for the first time.
Oh my word, wouldn't he make a fine date on any mother's arm? Austin McPherson. Our next gentleman is Landon Della Silva, and he is wearing Michael James.
Oh, slow down.
Black double-breasted suit jacket is 50%.
Poorly worded, but it's yeah. poorly worded, but it, yeah.
Poly, 50% rayon. The slacks have a black alligator-like belt and pleated front. The shirt is an Arizona
Just him
button-down
moving
collar,
to either
cream
ends
color,
of being off screen is really
100%
funny.
Cotton. Michael James' tie has earth tones, and it is a clip for young fingers, and it has a sheen look. He is also wearing Michael James black leather dress shoes. These young men conclude our models. Thank you very much.
These men, they conclude the models? There's no more models? Oh, because there's like 20 minutes of just black. It was only half an hour. Oh, okay, so confirmed. Her name wasn't Andrea, it is Andrea. So, can confirm it's Andrea Schultz and not Andrea Schultz, which is how she said it. Because there's the credits. Well, shit. Well, shit.
Well, hello, Athens. You're back for another dose of Kaleidoscope. Think you're ready? I'm telling you, we have an eclectic
Welcome to the Funky Old Man Milky Socks.
Topics today. I've just
Thank
been
you.
on my rant and rave about the Republican candidates debate and Donald Trump. And all I'm going to say about this is that if Donald Trump represents a viable candidate for president of the United States of America, I'm moving to Canada. And that's all I have to say about that. Well, it isn't really,
Well,
but
the
it's...
politicians in Canada aren't that really.
Well, yeah, maybe so. But...
how uncommon, like very genuinely how uncommon is it for us to find public access people that aren't MAGA? Like legit. I feel like that's one of the few, I honestly feel like that is one of the few times that I have heard somebody we found not be a Trump person. I think we watch, every time I do public access night, we watch like maybe 3 or 4 people that love Trump. And they just like bring it up, and or they're conservative and weird.
The thing that really upset me about...
This is 2016 though. This is 2016 though.
Trump was
Just saying.
That he ripped off all his gauzy layers and showed how he really feels about women, and that did it for me. Oh, it turns my stomach just to think about it. I didn't watch the whole thing. I turned it off after a while because of his comments. I just can't believe.
But she's also watching the Republican debate. So let's see. She's also like, she's tuned into the Republican debate. This is like the primaries. Like, so let's see.
Somebody in the 21st century can get up on TV and say the things that he says. He believes he's privileged, entitled because he's a billionaire.
Okay, girl, like, can I also just tell you something? So I tuned into this because it's called Dreams, Crop Circles, and UFOs. You better not be talking about Trump for the first half.
Do whatever he wants to. Oh. And John Kasich, our governor, to me, I was just telling Dan, came off the best of anybody. He came off as an experienced, able, thoughtful politician compared to the rest of those people, and especially compared to Trump.
Well, he's not always thoughtful in what he does in Ohio.
No, he's not. But compared to those guys, he was like a blessing compared to
Scratch
those
that.
guys.
Reverse it.
So, yeah, as I said, I didn't watch the whole thing, so maybe somebody else came up later. I just watched about 10 minutes of it. But
Maybe some... Okay, Jesus. Jesus Christ. Maybe somebody else came up later that I would have liked.
Goodness me. Canada, here I come. So, no, that's not true. Hillary.
Then why are you saying it?
Here I come. Of course, I've been a Hillary supporter all along because in my lifetime, I would love to see a woman become president of the United States of America.
I'm still with her. I'm still with her. Hillary can still win.
Crop circles after our little discussion last week, and I found a website, and I want to read the website to you so that you can go there too, because it's really fascinating. It's all one word, temporary temples.
Anyway, temporary temples.
With an S, temporary temples. .co.uk.
.co.uk. That's fine. That's fine. I'm sorry. I'm being really. I'm sorry. That just made me that. Just a little. That just made me a little picky. You've never heard of .co.uk before. You've never heard.
And
they say it's .co.uk.
It is the website of a guy who takes crop circle pictures, and he also posts comments about them too.
Nice.
All over the UK. Now
lovely.
There's the picture that I liked so much.
I really like how 75% of it is entirely cut off.
Look at this picture. You will see standing wheat and wheat that has laid down.
Wheat that has laid down.
For whatever reason.
Because it's tired.
You know, we have a debate about how this happens. But this really shows you, I think, in pretty good detail, what can happen with a crop circle. We tend to think of them as all being flattened. You know, everything in the crop circle being flattened. Well, this one shows you that that's not the case. Some of the wheat is still standing and some of it's laying down.
Crop circles are just such a funny thing to me. Like, crop circles are just such a funny thing to me. How crop circles became an alien thing. There's these mysterious patterns in the crops. Who knows who would have done it? The farmers being like, oh, guys, there's a crazy piece of art in my crops and I didn't do it. To then, get everybody to show up, and then they can probably say later, like, yo, I actually did that, and fucking hire me. I can make some sick designs in your crops, by the way. By the way, I made that, and I can do it. Yeah, exactly. They're just Banksy farmers. It's doing Banksy, but for farmers. I was lucky that the first thing about crop circles I saw in the 90s was a farmer explaining how he made them. Exactly. They're doing them, and then they're trying to be anonymous about it, so then later they could say, I actually go nuts on crops, by the way, and I make some nutty little crop circles.
And he says he's interested, the person whose website this came from is interested in the forms of the crop circles. And he says this spectacular crop circle lies between Alcester and the small village of Hazelore, just off the A46 Stratford Road in the county of Warwickshire, and was reported on the 19th of July. That means this year.
I won't say anything about how any of that was pronounced.
Photo. It measures approximately.
I won't say anything. 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 What was the other one? She said something wrong.
Between Alcester and the
Alcester,
small village of Hazelore, just off the A46 Stratford Road in the county of Warwickshire, and was reported on the 19th of July. That means this year. This is 2015 photo. It measures approximately 250 feet.
Alcester, Warwickshire. I know. I will never understand that. They can say New Hampshire, but then everything in Britain is shire. Yeah, they can say New Hampshire. Warwickshire. Like, well, they can't say Worcestershire. That's a famous one. That's a famous one. Warwickshire. Warwick. No, they didn't say Warwick. She didn't even say Warwick, did she? She said Warwickshire. She didn't even say Warwick. She said Warwickshire. And Alcester. Did she say Alcester? Did she say? Alcester. How did she say Ulster? Whatever.
250 feet.
Whatever.
So that wasn't easy to make.
Alcester.
And is in a field of golden ripening wheat. It looks green, kind of greenish there, but it's really golden.
Ouster.
The central motif is that of an eightfold star, which he says is a kind of a Celtic reference. Now then, and he talks about there's 8.
I'll say it.
You can't see them in this picture, but there's 8 little dots around the outside.
That's not one of those witchcraft stars, is it?
No, it's a Celtic star.
Whoa, she's just like freaking the fuck out. She's just like, did you just show me the fucking devil? She's worried that they're like, dude, she just freaked the fuck out.
So it is.
I do a kale cope. Dude, that's what you say to somebody who is doing fucking keto and they're like, you know, they want to eat potato chips, so they're making kale chips and they're doing a kale cope because they want to eat potato chips so bad.
He says the fact that there's 8 little dots at the end of the star and 8 points in the star and stuff. 8 is a number of both resonance and periodic renewal.
And octopus.
It kind of feels like if there is a message, it's positive. It's a positive message. So, you know.
Although the energy inside the circle is, some have found it to be negative.
Oh, dude, she's freaking the fuck out. She does not like this crop circle. She's like, you really just brought me on this and you showed me this negative ass demonic crop circle. Crop circle? Crock of shit is what this is.
Yeah, well.
She's having a bad trip.
You know,
look, she's having, oh my god, she's.
I don't know.
She's shaking her head.
Like say. Some people have found, I don't know, negative is the word. Some people have found a certain residual.
She's so suspicious. Yeah, I find you to be negative. I find you to be negative for how suspicious you are about this beautiful crop circle. It's a Celtic star, actually.
Energy in there that has a negative effect on some things, like batteries and so forth. So.
Yes, that's why I wear my my Wi-Fi amulet especially when I go to the airport because of all the radiation. That's why I wear my little amulet.
Now he says some claim that the first crop circles,
also batteries, negative energy from batteries. What are you talking about?
Appeared near the small town of Tully, Australia. So who knew that Australia had the first crop circle? In 1966, a farmer said he saw a flying saucer rise up from a swampy area and fly away. When he went to investigate, he saw a rough...
Sorry, I just saw something funny that this is actually entirely unrelated, but Brandon just sent it to me. So just because Elvis kind of got brought up earlier, just because Elvis gets brought up all the time. For those who don't know, my boyfriend Brandon, he's a clothes seller for a living, and it looks like he's just sold an Elvis shirt to like some old person, and then they just like set out and they're just saying like, I did this Elvis thing, and they're like, went to Elvis's 90th birthday in January 2025 with my 2 friends from high school. It was fun. 22 degrees standing for the ceremony, Elvis Day, and a piece of cake, and that Friday had 6.5 inches of snow. Memphis closed down, but our shows weren't canceled. Then 55 degrees on Sunday to Beale Street and Sun Studio. The best part is my 2 friends from Hawaii went in January, and he was an Elvis impressionist himself, and his girlfriend is going to Memphis in August with me, and one of the contestants is from Hawaii and a super close friend of Kelly's. So you know who we will be wanting to win out of 20 guys. Smiley face.
Circular area of debris and apparently flattened reeds and grass,
which buying an Elvis shirt on eBay,
he assumed had been made by the alien spacecraft. So this is how this connection between
yes, that's going to be me. Yes.
Circles.
Does it have the year that he saw the
1966?
1966.
So this is where, and he's
she's mulling over this.
Said the press says here that the press started referring to them as flying saucer nests.
I knew. I was like 1966. What Elvis song would I sing? Like just in general? Like which one would I just want to sing like at all? Like I mean, Suspicious Minds is my favorite Elvis song. I'm not going to sing it right now.
The crop circles. And evidently at that time they were circular, just circular, or without a lot of a pattern.
I don't want to sing Elvis.
But then he goes on to say, as far back as 1678...
Suspicious Minds is not an obvious choice. What would you rather have said? The Wonder of You? Oh, it's a good song. The Wonder of You, fucking Poke Salad Annie. What would you have rather I said? I like my fucking big band Elvis. Sue me.
There was a legend called the Mowing Devil.
Oh.
And this is in England. The case for it being
The Mowing Devil in England.
linked to crop circles is especially weak.
The Minge Mowing Devil.
This mowing devil, and they show a picture. He just did squares, or but somehow this happened, and they think now humans did it, of course, but they said that at the time they couldn't figure out what it was, so they attributed this to the mowing devil.
Of course they did. So this is just these two ladies talking. Wait, what's this they're showing?
And from a true story. But it's really interesting. Because he's Russell Crowe, he's a very masculine, down-to-earth. He's not one of these woo-woo guys at all. This just, like you said.
He's not one of those what kind of guys? During Pride Month? What did she just say? She did a little... What?
This is just something that he can use, like in
Not
his
one of
daily
those
life,
woo-woo.
and help his neighbors. But he doesn't think he's got, like extra powers or anything like that.
Well, this might be a good time.
LGBTW for woo-woo.
The fairly short work on Richland, and see if you can see the flying saucer.
Yeah, see if you can spot.
See if you can see the flying saucer.
I can't wait. I tell you what, I'm excited.
You guys gonna find the flying saucer? Oh God. That's the Hitman Contracts dialogue camera. Okay guys, flying saucer. Tell me when you see it. Yeah, this is for sure just like footage they've received and not something that they've like filmed themselves. This very shaky footage of a construction site in their neighborhood. Yeah, no. This is evidence, dude. This is user submitted. This is evidence. The fans have brought this to their attention. Nope. Okay, where's the flying saucer? This is like when it's 8th grade and your art teachers give you cameras. Oh, McDonald's. Where is it? Yeah, is this a prank? Like, what's gonna happen? Is it maybe gonna be flying sauce and then somebody throws a fucking honey packet from outside of the McDonald's? I will be pissed off if that's the case. I will be pissed off. If somebody sauces a little cheeseburger, if somebody goes and sauces a little cheeseburger. What if this is just a jump scare? Like, Quaitaloid? Quaitaloid. What if the Quaitaloid comes out? What if the Quaitaloid comes out? Why are we seeing this?
I'm making chocolate, of course.
Why are we seeing this? Oh. Dude, I am so
that.
dialed in
Reverse
when
it.
they show a shot of the sky. I didn't see it. I didn't see it. Is that it there? Quaitaloid comes out.
Anywhere, like, up in the top.
Fucking, like, stop motion Quaitaloid that looks like it came right out of Jason and the Argonauts pops out of the sewer. Runs away. Is this the wrong tape? Where?
There was doo-doo, feces thrown
Shut
all
up.
over the walls,
Shut
the
up.
floor, the ceiling, and it stunk so
Okay, here. Look at the sky. Look at the sky. Anything in the sky? Okay, gotta be something in the sky. It's also so low res, like I don't even know if we're gonna be able to see it, like, at all. I don't see anything. There's no UFO. What the fuck? Why the fuck are we watching this? Why the fuck are we watching this? Also, could they not have edited this down so it was just the shot where the UFO shows up? Could they have not done that? Maybe we're the aliens. Damn. No, you're right. That could be the case. Maybe this is a little joke. Maybe this is a little joke on us. Is this still the alien ladies? It is, yes. And they're showing us this video of, like, a construction, like, people doing road construction in their neighborhood. And they're saying that there's going to be a UFO that pops up. There he is, right there, Quaitaloid. God. Oh, you're fucking kidding me. Is it that? Is this what it's supposed to... You're fucking kidding me. You're fucking kidding me. Is there supposed to be a UFO in this picture? Now that it's gone to a still... Are you gonna tell me that little glowing... Like, near the bottom of the excavator claw? Are you telling me that little, like, white blur is supposed to be a UFO? Are you fucking joking? Don't tell me that that's supposed to be a UFO. Don't fucking tell me. Do not fucking tell me. What? 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 Okay, well, I have to pause on the text. When they get bored, they try to catch them a car. Can you see that flying saucer? Where?
Nope, scratch that. Reverse it.
I'm not reversing it. I'm not showing. I know. It was fucking lens flare. It was reflections from the windshield, is what it was. Or, oh my god. Oh my god. When they get bored, they try to catch them a car. Like the aliens? Like the aliens do that? Because I think that was mistakenly put up on the shot earlier with, like, the little excavator or whatever, like, driving around really fast. I thought she was talking about them. I thought she was talking about, like, the workers that, like, when they get bored, maybe they go to try to pick up a car with the excavator. But I think she's talking about the aliens and saying when they get bored, they try to catch them a car, which is why they're here. Who want to inject a cheese shot? When they get bored, they inject a cheese shot. Let's see them try to catch the car. I'm getting so fucking mad. I'm getting so mad. Does she think that's the UFO? that little reflection on the top, at the top of his windshield. Does she think that is the UFO? She thinks those reflections... This goes on for like another 5 minutes. This goes on for like another 5 minutes, this fucking video.
So,
well, not to change the subject, but to change the subject. Do you know anything about lucid dreaming?
Great.
Nope, scratch that, reverse it.
Moving on. We're gonna move on to something a little more high energy. This is one that has been sent. This was sent into Discord. But we've watched this. We've watched this series before. This is Stairway to Stardom. This is like one of the I think a lot of people who are familiar with public access TV know Stairway to Stardom. We have watched it before. I think we watched this on like a lot of the earlier public access streams. This is a good go-to. Obviously, we will throw in some topic time. We don't really have too long left. I will go a bit over time just because, you know, I didn't get around to everything quick and, you know, I got sidetracked. But this is Stairway to Stardom. Stairway to Stardom.
There's a long way to go on the stairway to stardom, and you'll fight for each step that you take, 'cause that's the price you pay, and never look back down the stairway to stardom.
I really love that message, Sastromo. I gotta go. Thanks for this last one, XD. Ha ha ha. Fucking construction road signs. Like, that makes it seem like you were at the most boring stream of your life. Like, I mean, also, peace out, thanks for watching. But you're just like, God, this stream fucking rocks. The video of the construction workers. Like, oh, God. Watch the most boring shit.
You can't ever allow anything to stand in your way. Never.
This is the host, by the way.
Of the cause. Never think what you've lost along the way.
Judy Garland.
Stairway to stardom. Maybe today your big day.
He looks so familiar because this is the host of Stairway to Stardom. Like, I'm not trying to, like, I'm not being a smartass when I say that. It's because he's the host of Stairway to Stardom. And this is like, you've probably seen, like, you actually might have seen, like, clips from, like, just online of Stairway to Stardom. Because this is like such a big public access variety show. Because they have an entire YouTube channel where they've uploaded everything, so this one kind of took off.
Thank you. Oh, fine. And welcome to Stairway to Stardom. I'm your host, Frank Massey, and here's my lovely co-host, Tilly. How you been doing, baby?
Oh, yes, I forgot. Yeah, him and Tilly are fucking. I forgot. I totally forgot. He always is like, hey, honey, Tilly.
Oh, wow.
And they kiss. Yeah.
I like those earrings. Oh, you do? Yeah. We have a fine show for you today.
They're gonna sing.
Of course, here's Tony Galluccio Trio with Claude Dunson on trumpet and Hal Green on drums, and of course Tony Galluccio on
I do
piano.
legit think Tilly is his wife.
Steve Luisi's All the King's Men. We have a fine show. Tony Sanchez is here, and Gloria Huddle.
Say Sanchez again.
Sanchez.
Sanchez. You better get that right.
Okay,
You don't have to do a voice. You don't have to do a voice.
Sanchez, I'm sorry.
Okay.
You don't have to do a voice. You don't have to do a voice.
Okay, from the top, fellas.
The old ball and chain, eh? Coming into the camera just to give you a kiss and then tell you pronounce something wrong and then leave.
Climb aboard a butterfly and take off in the breeze. Let your worries flutter by. Do the things you please. In a land where dollar bills are.
Do you think he's on anything?
On a
Do you think he's on anything right now other than maybe like later on sleeping pills? Like, do you think he's just high on life? He's on something. I think he's on something, correct. No, he's like, you know, not gonna be that guy, be like, well, this guy's on fucking drugs because he's having a good time. Can't keep his eyes open. But maybe he's just like that. That's also just showbiz. Yeah, he might be on those OG Quaaludes. Greenies. He's on Temptations. He's on Churu right now. He just got someone just fed him a tube of Churu before the show. Somebody just said, "Come here, Craig Massey." And then he got down all fours, and then they squirted out a tube of Churu into his mouth. Shake the bag of Temptations. He goes nuts.
Help yourself to happiness and sprinkle it with mirth. Close your eyes and concentrate. Dream for all your worth. You will feel terrific when you get back down to earth.
This guy's on nothing at all. This guy's on an absence. The drummer is on an absence of breath and vitality.
A dreamer's holiday. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Holiday. Oh yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
I did like that. I'm gonna rewind a little bit because I did like that bit of him just going like, yeah, 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 and then it's like zooming out from the drummer who looks like he doesn't know where he is.
On a dreamer's holiday. Yeah, 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 yeah. On a dreamer's holiday. Oh yeah.
The dichotomy.
Thank you. Tony Galuccio Trio.
Kiss her, yeah.
Oh, but you know something?
What?
I'd like to introduce our first guest. Can I do that?
Why, sure, why not? Why not?
Okay.
God, I need this. God, isn't this just like, ugh. Is this the best job for me? My best job would be Tilly. Legit Tilly. My best job is legit Tilly. just like, you know, your man's just doing his thing, you come on and you just look hot as fuck. Sorry, Tilly. You just look hot and you give him a kiss and you're like, you're doing so good, honey. And you just you light up the room. That's your job, is to just come on screen and light up the room. Wife who lights up the room.
Real fine singer, and he's on his way to stardom, and his name is Tony Sanchez.
Right. And you know, I had Tony Sanchez sing at a nightclub last night, and he brought the house down.
Oh, Tony's cute.
Tony Sanchez, everybody.
Tony's cute. Stay cute, Tony.
Oh, the shark, babe.
Done.
Has such teeth, dear.
Nope.
And it shows them pearly white.
This show doesn't make... This is not a good... These kind of shows don't really let people have too much swag, do they? They don't let you have too much swag. Tony might have a little more swag, but that just... Yeah.
Just a jackknife has old Mackie, babe.
Babe.
And it keeps it has old Mackie, babe. And it keeps it out of sight. You know when that shark bites,
babe,
with his teeth, dear.
Yeah.
Scarlet billows start to spread. Fancy gloves, though, where's old Mackie, babe? So there's never a trace of red on the sidewalk. Ooh, Sunday morning,
babe.
Lies a body just oozing life. And someone's
Wow, we're getting a real plethora of noises today, aren't we? we're getting a lot of noises from Tony.
just oozing life. And someone's sneaking up around the corner.
Drummer looks dead. Yep.
Could that someone be old Mac the Knife? Now there's a tugboat down by the river, don't you know? Well, those cement bags,
He's not bad.
they're just drooping on down.
He's not bad.
That cement is there. It's
Oh,
there
we didn't see
for
the
the
trumpet player.
there.
He's also just an old guy who doesn't look like he wants to be there. It's hard to look like you. It's hard to look like you want to be there when you're a trumpet player, though, right? It's really hard to look. It's really hard to look like you want to be there. If you play trumpet, because what can you do? I mean, you can sort of like, you know, but what?
He's disappeared now after drawing out all his hard-earned cash.
He's fading. He's floundering.
He spends just like a sailor.
He's floundering.
Could it be our boy's done something rash? Now said Jenny Diver, oh, the super tawdry. Look out, Miss Polly Peachum and old Lucy Brown.
Don't show the band. Just keep it on Tony. Babe.
Now that Maggie's back in town. Look out, old Maggie's back.
Oh, that ending was really bad. The drummer's just a corpse they dug up and hooked up to an animatronic too. They did Five Nights at Freddy's to the drummer. That ending was so fucking bad. Can I replay it?
Back in town. Look out, old Maggie's back. Now that Maggie's back in town.
It's the fact that everybody just fades at the end. Everybody just gives up.
Old Maggie's back.
Nobody like Tony doesn't hold it. The band doesn't hold it. Nobody holds it. That's not an easy song to sing because it just like incrementally like gets higher and higher. So I think by the end, like he actually was completely floundering. He was like, I don't know what to. I can't keep up. I'm mostly jealous because he's hot. Tony is handsome, isn't he? Oh, well, he's back.
They asked me how I
Bye.
knew
Oh.
my true love was true. Oh, I of course replied, something here inside could not be denied.
It's almost like he wants to sing pop music, but he has to come on here and sing like this shit. Yeah, and he keeps picking hard songs. He keeps picking really hard songs to sing, just to like kind of brag. But also he wants to do pop music so bad. Like he just did a little like, and it's like you need some swag. You need something. You're not a public access goat, you know, and that's fine.
He said someday you'd find all who love us.
I should manage Tony. I should be his manager, like honestly, because I just be like, we got to get you out of this. We got to get you out of these like old people, you know, scenarios, and we got to put you in a club, Tony. We gotta give you a makeover first of all. I mean, like, no, he's made over pretty fine, but like we gotta put you in a leather jacket and a V-neck, and we gotta put some skinny jeans on you, and we gotta get you to a club and get you on a stage. We gotta put you in front of a dance track. You're not a crooner. You are not a crooner, dude. You are not a crooner, dude.
So I chaff them and I gaily laugh.
He's sweating so much. They have no AC in the studio?
Yet today my love has flown away.
He's also singing, yes. He's singing, but yes, like he's doing things that make him sweat with the lights and the singing. But like, there's like 5 people in the studio. Like, come on, should be blasting. You should be getting a lot of it.
Now laughing friends deride, tears I cannot hide. Oh, so I smile and say, when this lovely flame dies,
Oh yes.
smoke gets in your eye.
Yes. Really make sure you superimpose the young lounge singer on top of his backing band, which is old guys who we haven't seen their eyes a single time. Old guys who look lost. It's not bad. He's not bad. He's not bad. Oh, we heard that. We heard that.
Beautiful, Tony.
How long you been singing, Tony?
As far as I can remember, since I was about 6. You know.
Yeah. Well, most when you got the natural thing, you start out as soon as you get out of the.
How come I don't have it? And I'm a Sanchez too,
But
you
you're
know.
a singer, though. You're a singer. Wow. You know,
Don't flirt with Tony. Hey, big guy. Hey, big boy. You're just gonna let her talk to Tony like that? Hey, big boy. You're just gonna let your wife talk to Tony like that? Craig Massey, come on. You're just gonna let the missus flirt with Tony like that? You're really just gonna let her do that?
We've gotten letters asking my baby here to sing, and I want to keep the show going. You know what I mean?
Oh, are you in hot water tonight?
You like to pursue this career?
Oh yes, I really would. Yeah.
What would you like to do? I mean,
well, I'd like to someday maybe do nightclubs, you know, or something like that, because
How
I
about
enjoy that.
commercials?
Commercials,
You like commercials and stuff?
I'd like that.
Do you dance a little? Or what?
Yeah, I dance a little. I
See, he dances. I knew it. I could tell by looking at him. I knew it. I knew he danced. I know he wants to get on stage at a nightclub and he wants to sing something about getting people to sweat, take their baby to the dance floor.
Yes, and
Tony, do you do benefits?
I can do benefits. I've done benefits. You know, I've been on 2 bands and we used to do benefits.
We're doing one tomorrow. I have.
That's why they're asking, because that was such a strange thing to ask. Do you do charity stuff? Do you do stuff for charity? That's why they asked, because they said, "Oh, we're doing one tomorrow," and someone just dropped out. I knew there was something behind that question.
Quite a crew.
Oh yeah.
I'll keep you in mind, okay?
Thank you very
much. People out there, keep him in mind too.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks a lot, Tony.
Thank you very
Tony
much.
Sanchez, everybody. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye, Tony.
Let's bring our next guest out, huh? This is an unusual
I'll let
guest.
you introduce him.
Okay. Let's bring out Gloria Huddle, okay?
Hey, Gloria, you've just been called unusual.
Everybody, Gloria Huddle.
Why is she unusual?
Libby, come on over. I guess you and the girls have been wondering why I've got me this new hairdo and new clothes. Well, you see, Libby, I'm going to become a big movie star. You remember that guy, Alfie, that we met in the pub?
Is she monologuing?
Well, he's been managing me now. And next week, we're going to go to London to make a demo. What's a demo? Oh, a demo's a recording, Libby, of my singing voice.
Is she trying to do a British accent?
What do you mean I can't sing? I sing like a canary. Oh, no, Libby. I don't sing like that anymore. No, Alfie's pulled the voice right out of me. Okay, now, Libby, go on over to the recorder and put on the recording by the Manhattan Transfer Call operator.
Like this is like it could be a monologue out of Grey Gardens. Like this is.
All right, and then you're going to see how I'm going to sing the demo, Libby.
Libby. I don't know these characters, but she hates Libby. I don't know what these characters are, but she hates her. This is me on the podcast.
Information. Give me long distance. Long distance. Give me hand. 1, 2, 3.
Operator, information.
What?
Give me Jesus on the line.
What?
Operator, information. I'd like to speak to a friend of mine.
So now it's extra funny that she was introduced as being unusual.
Prayer is the number.
Like, is this a joke? Like, I'm so stupid. But like, I'm very genuinely asking, like, is this a joke? Is this comedy? Is she doing stand-up comedy? Because if she is, I mean, this is like transgressive. If this is stand-up comedy, this is brilliant.
Faith is the exchange. Heaven is the street. Jesus is his name. Operator.
I mean, it is
information.
Yeah, like, this is inscrutable. Like, I have no idea if this is like a genuine, like, just a bad want-to-be actor-singer monologuing and doing like just some sort of like vaudevillian act of like she you know, she's gonna do a monologue and then sing and then dance or something. I don't know. Or if this is entirely just comedy.
Please give me Jesus on the line. Operator, information. Tell me why, operator?
Why?
Information. Don't try to tell me what number to call. My mother used this number when I was very small.
And she's Southern now.
Every time she dialed it, she always got a call. Operator, information.
Can you see? I can see the...
Please, give me Jesus on the line. Now, brothers and sisters, you sitting in the TV land, I want you to take the hand of the person that's sitting next to you and hold it. I want you to feel that message of faith and hope. And when you do, I want you to snap your fingers. Even the people in the studio,
like,
I want you to snap
top.
your fingers.
Hold hands,
and I
chat.
want you to stamp your feet a little bit. All right, now you've got that message. All right. All right. Okay, I'm feeling it. Oh, yes. Yes. Operator. Information. Please hurry. If you can, operator. Information. Please connect me with a man. Don't worry about the money. I will pay the cost. Give me another line. I'm calling from the heart, operator. Information.
She's getting into it.
Give me
if she
Jesus
fucks Tony, I'm gonna be so mad.
on the line. Oh, give me Jesus. Oh, on the line. Give me Jesus.
What is the conclusion of this gonna be?
Oh, yeah. Oh, brothers and sisters, I feel your message. All right. All right, it's coming through. Thank you. Thank you all. Oh, yeah.
This is like giving Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. This is legit. This reminds me of Baby Jane, like rehearsing her old acts that she would do in the living room with Blanche upstairs, fucking bedbound and eating dead rats.
You know,
that was it.
That was very unusual. When I heard you the other day,
Don't say it. Don't.
That's one of the reasons I wanted you on the show, because I thought this little skit that you did was very unusual. Don't you think so?
Oh,
and at the same time, it has a message, and that's what I want to convey too. you
Skip.
know. How long have you been doing this sort of thing?
Oh, on and off, maybe about 10 years. But,
Really?
But not really. It's more off than on.
Oh yeah, but you.
Yeah, you are pretty off, aren't you? He says. He's like, yeah, you're pretty off.
Enjoy it, don't you?
I really do. I like the feel of the audience, and the audience here is just fantastic.
Yes, they are, aren't they?
Okay.
Tell me.
I mean, dude, she's got she's got juice, right? Like, she was just like, oh, they're fantastic. Clapped. Okay. She's got a bit of juice.
Does this any sign that maybe are you a Christian?
Yes,
I mean, are you trying to convey a message? Is that the idea for this particular thing that you did today?
Well, I'd like to convey a message to everybody that we should kind of love each other.
Oh, beautiful. That's what I'm
have a
trying to
feeling that there is hope for some of the problems that we have in
Yeah.
everyday living.
Right. Oh.
Okay.
Well, thank you very much, Gloria.
Okay.
Gloria
Like, is she
Huddle,
fucking with
everybody. Let's give her another hand.
Is she fucking
Thank you,
like? Is she
Gloria.
fucking with him?
Yeah.
You know, if you want to be on Stairway to Stardom,
Oh, is
all
Tilly
you
gonna
have to
sing?
do is write us a letter or a card. And,
Tissue paper?
On tissue, there she goes again, on tissue paper.
There she
All
goes
right,
again.
You can call
The
us,
wife.
and we'll arrange for an audition. And if
An audition. Yeah, this is huge because it's it's in New York. So this was pretty big.
For exposure or whatever, right?
And, you know, I want to thank...
Like, I actually wouldn't be surprised if there were people who maybe are famous now that went on Stairway to Stardom when they were like singers. Because, I mean, this is, like, public access TV in New York. Like, so many people, like, genuinely would sign up to this to be like, I'm gonna get out there.
All those calls, those letters.
Calls and letters. Go ahead, baby.
They are beautiful, and especially to the ones over there at
Westinghouse Broadcasting Cable.
Jesus
you fellas
Christ,
down there
fine.
in the basement. Thank you very much for your call.
I don't
Although
know.
it was
I
on my little tape machine, I appreciate it very much.
Oh, we enjoyed hearing from you.
We'll try to keep up the good work, as you said.
Let's see.
And if there's agents, and I know there's agents out there.
Some notable performers: Anthony Chula, who later became a successful choreography, and Michelle Sutlovich, who was featured in a scene with Napoleon Dynamite.
Watching managers, really take a good look at these people we have today, because they're really on their way to stardom, and they need your.
So nobody. So nobody. I mean, it's specifically the one with the lady. It's like a bit in Napoleon Dynamite where it shows a clip of her from the show. But no, nobody was found from Stairway to Stardom and became a celebrity.
And they're ready to go.
And speaking of ready to go, we got Steve Luisi and all the King's Men.
That one is like, it's like of the little girl who's like dancing. I think she's dancing to Fame by Irene Cara.
Bring them out.
Bring them out.
I'd like to give you a presentation of an original song that we feel very strongly about. We want you to listen to the words. The name of the song is It's the Light.
Yeah, more like Stairway. Here's a stairway to nothing.
Someday at some time, we all wonder why life can be so cruel. Jealousy and hate, poverty and pain. Look at all that we've been through.
These guys look like the Amish Beatles.
But things like this won't stop us. They never will. As long as there's hope.
Let's see the rest of the band. Show me the rest of all the King's Men.
And we know from our past that the band.
I mean, he just looks like a Beatle. That's not Amish Beatles. That's just one of them. That is, you put George and Paul together. That's what that looks like. No, actually, that looks like, yeah, okay. He's first of all dressed like Harry Hill. That looks like if you put Ringo, George, and Paul together.
Times won't last, 'cause the light of hope will shine through. It's the light of future things to come. It's the light of dreams that will come true.
Yeah, John does not get in the mix.
It's the light that keeps us hanging on. It guides us through the dark when gives us all the strength to carry on.
These guys aren't doing it for me. These guys aren't doing it for me. You're not doing it for me like Tony did. And then he sings a song at the end. I'm not watching two songs of those guys. And then his name's also not Craig. It's also Frank. It's also Frank.
No, I've never lived before, and my heart is very sure. No, else could love you more. I know I've never lived before.
He does look like a Frank. He doesn't look like a Craig. I'm sorry, I didn't know what I was thinking.
And my heart is very sure. No one else could love
Come here.
you.
Because we do have to finish it off on a specific somebody, too. I'm going to do one more. I've already gone way over time, but we are going to do one more.
So until next time, God bless you and love everybody.
And
And all my performers, will you please come out here, please?
I know
Okay,
you know who it
Tony.
has to be.
There's a long way to go on the stairway to stardom.
I know you know who it has to
And
be.
you'll fight for each step that you take, 'cause that's the price you pay. And never look back down
Just,
the stairway to stardom. You can't ever allow anything to stand in your way. Never think of the cost. Never think what you lost along the way.
This one should be good. Thank you for the gifted sub, Tom Spenders. To In Cool Boys, hello, welcome. Whoa.
This is so beautiful.
So we're going vintage Harrison with this. This one is so old, he fucks up the intro. This one, I don't know if we've seen one this old. Thank you for the gifted sub, 16 bits. Welcome to X1 Super. This one is so old, he fucks up the intro. But this one might be before they have like 10 minutes of sponsors. I just picked this one because he's with a young woman.
This is so beautiful.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Topic Time with Harrison
Ow.
Young. I should have timed my theme music a little better, but that's okay. We'll do it at the end. Like sometimes things come up. I say everything happens for a
Ow.
reason.
Harrison.
And you can always make it bounce out in the end, as I say. If I say it so, I'm sure it will work because it seems to work out when I say it does. All right, I know it's a little drivel here. So tonight.
Is it to me or is his accent thicker? Yeah, his accent might be thicker here because like this is before he's had all the guests from Topic Time, and because he's had so many guests on and he's been doing the show for like maybe over a decade. Maybe his accent has weakened a bit, you know, speaking to people from all over the country.
I have a really awesome guest. I hope you guys in Random have been watching my show regularly. It's been killer on the YouTube channel.
Hell yes.
It stays that way. We're going to get more
You're
great
welcome.
guests. I have a beautiful young lady, a model. Her name is Elena Carrao. Is that how I say it?
Correo.
Correo, I'm sorry.
We'll
Okay.
get it one of these days.
Yeah, the little A at the end for me, but tonight
You'll
we're going
get
to
it.
talk to her, and we're going to find out all about her and her history and everything and what she's been doing. And she's been quite busy with modeling of late. I've seen some of her work. She is fantastic.
I've seen some of her work.
Would be.
Yeah, this is early. This is like early enough Topic Time when his guests legit were just like models that he found on Facebook that live close to him.
It'd be nice to have a nice shoot on the beach today, but it's pouring rain as I sit here. But
It's pouring rain.
at least it's nice and dry in here.
Very true.
So Elena, how you doing
Is it dry in there? Because you are sopping wet.
tonight? Thank you for coming in.
I'm doing great. How are you?
Great. Now, before we get started about talking about your modeling career, I want to know: do you do anything else? Do you like?
Here we go.
Like, do you act? Do you act in films or music videos or anything like that?
And she's gonna say no, and he's gonna go, well, you should.
I've actually done a couple of music videos
Oh,
before.
okay.
And as far
Okay.
as acting, I'm just starting to break into the acting world.
Okay.
I was an extra on the film that's filming in Newport right now with Woody
Okay.
Allen, so there'll be a quick sneak peek of me in there.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fun.
It should be
Yeah.
the less quick, the better. The way I figure it. Okay. Actually, I was possibly going to go tomorrow, but they haven't gotten back to me, so I guess I'm not. That's okay. And Woody doesn't need me. You're sufficient. All right.
Did she say Woody Allen? She did not say she was in a Woody Allen movie. No, she did not. He looks like a Thunderbird puppet.
Let's talk about you're a young lady, and I got to tell you, you're older than you look. I think that's awesome. That's that bodes well for the future and everything.
Harrison.
But let's go back to your history. I want to talk about like your younger days when you were really
Harrison.
young. How long have you been modeling
Harrison.
for? I mean, what were you doing? I mean, check that. What were you doing as a kid?
Harrison.
I mean, what
Harrison.
prompted you to get into modeling?
Harrison.
What were you doing like at a very
As a
young
kid,
age?
I think I was running around, playing outside.
Okay.
Okay.
Doing gymnastics.
Okay.
Okay.
You look
Usually
very
a
fit. Yeah.
decent amount of hours.
Dude, immediately with the okay. He's so fucking funny.
History. I want to talk about like your younger
Immediately
days when
and
you were
so
really young.
loud.
How long have you been modeling for? I mean, what were you doing? I mean, check that. What were you doing as a kid? I mean, what prompted you to get into modeling? What were you doing like at a very
As a
young age?
kid, I think I was running around, playing outside.
Okay.
Just so quick.
Doing gymnastics.
Okay. You look
Usually
very
a
fit. Yeah.
decent amount of hours a week. Like
Okay.
10 to 12.
How old were you when you started when you were like 12 doing gymnastics?
No, I did gymnastics as a little kid, like 3 years old.
Really?
Yeah, all through my childhood.
Okay, right. I understand. Apparently you were a bundle of energy and you needed to get rid of it
Apparently you're probably a bundle of energy.
somehow, and that was the way you did it.
Yeah.
Apparently you were a bundle. Yeah, that's a thing I say to my guests on my talk show. Apparently you were a bundle of energy as a kid. So I heard.
Wow.
And it was fun because you get to perform and
You're a bundle of energy, aren't you, Gene?
show off,
Yes, you
get
are.
judged. So I always loved being a gymnast.
So, what about today? You still do it now at all?
Why
No,
not?
I had suffered a few injuries. My freshman year of high school.
Okay, so for anybody who's never watched Topic Time before, I'm going to tell you how this episode is going to go. And honestly, we won't get through the whole thing because it is an hour of talking to this girl. It's an hour-long interview. The newer ones are shorter. The newer ones are like 25 minutes. The one we watched before with the guy who's like the dancer and musician was so good. I'm going to tell you how this episode goes. We're probably going to wrap up in like 15 minutes. But we have to end on Topic Time. So she's a model, and that's all she does, and she kind of does music videos. This is just going to be Harrison pretending to interview this woman, while, one, telling her how pretty she is all the time, and two, telling her that she should be doing more things and giving her ideas of things to do.
I had surgery on my ankle.
Oh, really? You're injured from doing gymnastics?
Yep, and
Okay.
my back is
My back's
it's definitely
fucked.
been better before.
Oh, really? You're not in
Yeah.
any pain, are you?
Sometimes if I drive around too much.
I should give you a massage.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's probably just, you can stiffen up on you. Huh? All right, well, as a kid, how were you? I mean, you were obviously outgoing. Did you have a lot, did you play sports besides gymnastics, or were you?
I think as a kid I was actually really shy.
Okay.
Why do you need a... Dude, Harrison, who cares? This is not important.
Were you a tomboy? A lot of girls were.
Yeah.
What?
I had a neighbor across the street, and it was a boy, and
Yeah.
he was my age,
Yep.
so I used to hang out with him every day.
You used to what with them? Beat them up?
I might have beat him up a few times back in
You
the
beat
day.
him up?
Yeah.
But he still lives there, actually.
No kidding. So he's all grown up like you are.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
I love him so much, man. Oh, so he's all grown up like you are. Well, yes, because she's talking about her childhood friend from like when she was a kid and she's like 20. Yes, yes.
All right. Well, let's see. As when you were in high school, when did you stop modeling? How old were you?
Yes.
And what prompted you to start doing it?
At the age of 16, I went to Barbizon Modeling School.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you've heard of it, but
He's
heard
like,
Barbizon.
he's like, no, but tell me more. A school where they have models?
yeah.
I've actually gone myself.
Did you?
Oh, there we go.
Yes.
So I wouldn't say that I was overly successful.
Okay.
I didn't get a lot of work from it. They offered me the chance to sit on the bus and monitor the girls who were taking the bus to Barbizon. That was about all I got from them.
What does that mean? You got to monitor the girls. You got to see whether you wanted to do it or not.
No, I just had to be a bus monitor.
You mean you got to watch the
Got excited. He got excited. He was like, wait, you can get a job as a monitor at the modeling school? Tell me about that.
kids around, and if they get out of line, isn't that what that means?
Yeah, I'm not much of a bossy lady.
No,
so.
I didn't get that you were. That's why I was wondering why they wanted you to do that. Why they
looks
picked
so
you
cute.
out of all the other people
I
they could
think
have
they
picked.
just needed somebody.
I wish I could be I wish I could be the model monitor.
Wow. Did the kids, were the
Bro,
kids
guys,
well behaved on the
bro,
bus?
I didn't.
bro, guys, I said. But I was gonna say, what's your model of monitor? I got an Asus.
Take the
I
opportunity.
got 2 of them.
Okay, you
I let that one
declined.
pass.
I got
yeah.
2
okay,
Asuses.
But that was when I was like 16. I did that, and it didn't really end up going
Shut up.
anywhere. So when I was 19, I ended up back in a studio and did a photo shoot with a local photographer.
Okay. You want to name the local photographer?
Leo Tillett.
Okay. Leo,
He's
what is
awesome.
it? Leo which?
Tillett.
Tillett, okay.
Tillett
yeah,
Studios.
Yeah. Okay.
That was probably about 3 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
And I've been in the studio.
More like Leo Toilet.
Modeling again ever since.
Right, wow. Now, how did he find you?
A
Facebook.
mutual friend of mine was doing a photo shoot with him, and I just went with her.
Okay.
And it turned into like a mock or like a test photo shoot.
Okay.
And then
They're
later
mocking
on, I
you.
shot with him a
I
few
would
more
never do that to
times
you.
and started working with other photographers.
I would never do that to you. I would never mock you.
Oh, okay. So, but now, did you say you? How far did you get with Barbizon though? You declined to be the monitor. Did you just like drop out of the Barbizon program?
I don't know. You go through it and you graduate, and then.
What did you graduate? Did you
No,
graduate?
I didn't
Oh,
go
you
to
did.
graduation.
So that's what I was saying. Because what you told me was that they asked you to be the bus monitor. You didn't want to do it. And
I do love this background. Like, so the new Topic Times, the newer ones are different. Like, the newer ones, it's set up like a morning show where he's just at a desk with the guest, and it's like a wide angle the whole time, and I hate it. The second iteration is like a Between Two Ferns kind of style where they have like it's a brick wall. It's way better. I mean, it's still sort of like the 2 chairs, the bottle of water, and the boombox. It's not a boombox, just like radio, portable radio. But they have like a brick wall with a fern in the back, and that's way better. Like, this is so distracting. This like just draped image of like traffic.
Because of that, did they throw you out?
No.
Is this from the what? 1997? Probably like 2012, 2014.
Well,
No,
did you
the
leave
bus
on your own?
monitor wasn't like a modeling job. It was.
That's
It
right.
was just
That's
sit
what-
on the
right.
bus and.
So you must.
and
You
ride
She
it
looks
there.
very.
I would have been insulted.
She
like,
looks
what-
very.
what-
A little
I'm
bit.
here to
She looks very 2010s.
become a beautiful model, and you want me to boss kids around that are throwing spitballs on the bus? Come on, you know.
Yeah.
Well,
So I didn't really keep in touch with them after. I haven't worked for them.
yeah, I know. Okay, yeah, I don't blame you. Okay, okay. When you started doing modeling for your photographer, how many modeling projects have you done so far? Would you say ballpark it if you?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I used to go. I like getting in my car and driving, maybe 60 miles to 100. In fact, last week I was up in Pepperell, and I was walking last Saturday, and I had a bad car accident on May 25th up there, and I believe
Oh my God.
it or not, I'm lucky I wasn't hurt more than I
no.
was. I was hiking in New Hampshire, and on the way back, I got sideswiped by
Sometimes I just drive 60 or 100 miles. What is he talking?
a woman going through a stop sign in Pepperell.
Oh no.
But last week I braved it and went back up there. I was going to go to New Hampshire, but I decided to take this walking trail in Pepperell, which is really nice.
Is it?
Wait. Okay, so he didn't talk about that. Okay, so he didn't touch on that. So he said sometimes he likes to drive 60 or 100 miles, and then he's like, actually, I got into a car crash. And anyway, was he driving 100 miles per hour and he got in a car crash? There's no way. Was he speeding and he got into a car accident? There's no way.
And then I saw some cows, and I felt kind of bad
Oh.
because I don't want to think how they might end up. But
Okay, well,
yeah, but there's plenty of places to walk up there. I love that. If you want to go hiking, you should go up to the 119 Beltway off of Route 495, and then you could go anywhere on that road. There's tons of like walking
Little trails.
trails going.
he's like, I got killed in a massive car crash, but anyways, I thought maybe I'd go to New Hampshire, and then I did, and I saw some cows, and they might be slaughtered. Yeah, he's just like, oh, I got in a big car accident. Yeah, I'm lucky I didn't get seriously hurt. Anyway, I went up this trail in New Hampshire, and then I saw some cows, and I thought, oh, I felt really bad because they were going to be eaten. But then anyways, yeah, I came back down. There's like a bunch of trails, we then came back to Ohio, and he's from Ohio, right? I forget. What the fuck is he talking about?
New Hampshire.
Nice.
But you don't know. I don't know how much driving you like to do to get to a trip.
Where is he from again? Is he from Ohio? I thought he was from Ohio, right? Where's he from? He's from Massachusetts.
Well, if you like the mountains, apparently you
If
do.
it's worth it, yeah.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
I've also shot in Connecticut. That wasn't at a beach,
Well,
but it was
in the mountains.
kind of like
He's from
Avon
Boston.
Or
I know it's a very risky.
Windsor.
I'm saying rich, upscale area.
it is, yeah.
Okay.
So that was about a 2-hour drive to shoot there. So
From where you live, okay,
yeah,
awesome.
as long as
Okay.
it's worth it.
Okay, so how much time do you think you spend a week shooting now? You must be, you're so busy. I mean,
It depends.
You're so busy because you're so pretty.
really good acts at Foxwoods that night. Sometimes they have real big, you know, cool acts.
I was there on a Friday and Saturday, and
Yep.
on Friday night, I caught a great comedy show.
Okay.
It's called The Last Comic Standing.
Okay,
And I
Who was
actually had
there?
a few friends there, Derek Furtado
cool,
and Doug Key. So it was great
Derek Furtado.
to see them do a little stand-up.
awesome.
And everyone else there was
Speaking
actually really funny too.
speaking of great comics, are you familiar with Sarah Silverman, the comedian? She's my cousin.
Is she?
She is.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, in
I
fact-
actually saw she'll be at the Xfinity Center.
She's going to be at the Xfinity Center. I'd love to get her
23rd,
on as a
right?
guest.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
It would be. It might not be a show.
Yes, dude. There it is. Yes, dude. Yes. It's been so long. I think the last couple episodes we've watched, he has not mentioned that Sarah Silverman is his cousin, and I just so happened. Okay, so for the people confused, he always fucking says this because someone said what. So basically, he always fucking says this. He tells everybody that Sarah Silverman is his cousin, and she knows about the show. He tells that to fucking everybody, but we have not caught it lately.
We could play at 5 o'clock, but if you know her humor, it's it's pretty raunchy. I know her father pretty well. He came to my mother's birthday party last year, and he's basically her puppeteer. If he told her to appear on my show, she would.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but
Yeah, that's cool. So why not?
he won't. He's a pain. Yeah,
Oh, but he sucks.
but that's okay.
What
I
are you
think you're
gonna
more
do?
interesting than she is.
Oh, thank you.
Oh my god, bitch. Wait, he hates Sarah Silverman? Wait, he hates Sarah Silverman? You're way more beautiful than my cousin. You're way more interesting than my cousin. My cousin's Sarah Silverman, and you know what? I'm way happier I'm talking to you than her. Her dad kind of sucks, but he came to my mom's birthday party. You're so beautiful. You know, I'd actually take you over Sarah Silverman, who is my cousin, any day.
Oh, absolutely. So you've been modeling for like 4 or 5 years, and you obviously you get more projects as time goes on. Like
Maybe he's just like actually like, yeah, like she did blackface and like she's fucking weird and like her comedy's bad. Like it's probably like I don't even know. I don't know why that goofed me so, cause it's very normal to not like Sarah Silverman. That's actually like I think everybody in chat shares the opinion that we don't like Sarah Silverman.
it seems like how many photographers do you think you work with now?
It's
or
not
have
that.
you worked
That's
with? I know you told me how
not.
many
That's
projects.
not
I have,
unordinary.
Like, a folder of
She fucking
all the
sucks.
photographers and their pictures
Yep.
saved on my computer, and it's probably at like 35.
Okay.
What?
I mean, that's not all of them, but like
Okay,
the
but that's
major
okay.
ones.
There's
at least
35 images saved in your
photographers.
computer.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I tend to shoot with them more than once as long as I enjoyed working with them.
Exactly. Okay. Do you work with Joe Harari at all?
Yeah, I know him.
No, I know you know him.
I know you know him.
I've been trying to get him on my show too. He's actually a contemporary.
So
of mine.
funny.
He and I are about the same age.
He's so funny. He's literally going like, "Can you ask him to go on the show?"
Yeah.
But he's photographed a lot of girls that I've interviewed as well. So I figured
Yeah.
he does a great job.
Oh yeah.
But you've worked with him too,
Yeah, at this point in the show, he was like strictly interviewing models from Facebook. Yeah.
right?
Yeah, he's great. Actually, that was who I was shooting with on the lake.
Here's some insight into his booking. Wait, what? Is this Harrison? Got opportunity to be on Topic Time. I'm an acting student who, after posted to an acting group, got this opportunity. Thing is, this TV show is in USA and I'm about to start my term at a university in England. Should I try to go to the US before I start uni? Time and money-wise, I could probably pull it off, but I've literally never traveled outside Europe and unsure EU national. Am even allowed to go there and be part of the series with documentation? Or should I ask if it's possible to do the show during winter vacation? If it's easy to go, why not? r/acting. Never heard of that show, but is it much of an acting opportunity? It's an interview-based show. I want to get advice on how to approach this. I definitely don't think of it as an opportunity, but it'd be cool to be on American cable TV and I'll get an IMDb credit. Girl, do not fucking travel. Brittany bitchy, I swear to God, do not travel to the United States to be on Topic Time with Harrison Young in the middle of your semester.
Right. And then
wherever the
that guy
lake
That's
is.
so funny that she's like, I'll be on TV, I'll be on cable, and it's an opportunity. Girl.
Right? Who's Inkwell? Is that a person's name?
Inkwell, that is not his real name.
Okay.
It's his photographer name.
I wonder why some of these people don't give their real names. It's kind of it's just I guess it's just like a pseudonym.
Personal preference, I guess.
Yeah.
You know.
Just like
you don't want
writers.
people to be poking in your personal business.
No, I understand. Plus, it's a cool sounding name than say like Ebenezer or something. That's assuming that someone
his
has.
name is in fact Matt.
What's that?
His name is Matt.
Oh, it is. You didn't have to tell me that.
So maybe he likes Inkwell because it's more exciting.
It is. It is exciting.
Yeah, but Inkwell was the beach shoot in Quincy.
Is that the name of the beach?
No.
Oh, he shot the beach in Quincy.
Yeah, with Inkwell.
Okay. Now that,
Yeah, with Inkwell.
Is that the beach with the rock? I'm trying to think. Is that
I shot the beach in Quincy with Inkwell.
Is it the beach in Quincy? That's Nahant, right?
You want to shoot the beach in Quincy with Inkwell?
Or it's not Nahant. Nahant's actually outside of Quincy, but it's near there.
No,
So-
it's I don't know how to explain.
No, that's all right. I'm just
It's
wondering.
there. You can see the whole city.
Right, you can see Boston from there.
Yeah.
Okay, it's right near the city. It's right near Boston. And speaking of Boston, on the cover of the Boston Globe in 1920, like they're willing to.
What are the chances that I said speaking of Boston and then I skipped forward so it would be like, oh, speaking of Boston, and then I don't let him talk about Boston and he was still talking about Boston.
Accept your ideas, at least listen to them.
Yeah.
And I suppose it all depends on what's needed.
Yeah, and what you can make happen, what you have access to, and
Right. Now your relationships with your photographers. You don't. I mean, it's like your ideas are okay with them. They don't say us. Let us do the shoots. We're the ones that they're happy to hear your ideas. Right.
yeah, absolutely.
Good. That's good. That's
Good. You need to stand up for yourself. You're a beautiful woman and you can do anything you want to do. You just gotta speak your truth. You just gotta say, I love doing this, but I'm also looking for fame and fortune, said Young, 57, a lifelong Brockton resident who for work sells magazine ads and does the show on a volunteer basis. He wants to be famous.
I feel like of any photographer who's that.
I would love to hear your ideas. I actually think you're I think you're very smart, and I think you're the smartest person I've ever spoken to. And I think honestly, you could do an entire photo shoot like by yourself if you wanted, if you could. You're just that smart.
That closed-minded and not open to new ideas and stuff. Just
shouldn't even be working with you.
Wouldn't make very good work.
Yeah, no, I hear you. That's what I'm saying. You want it. That's good. So they're happy that you're independent-minded and any chance, So.
I'd love to be your photographer.
Feel free to run as many ideas by as many people as you can. You won't, you got nothing to lose.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. I could see even on a canoe rolling, maybe paddling a boat or something.
I can see you on a canoe battling a boat.
Oh, I love paddleboarding.
Okay,
there's
something
a water
you can
sport
do.
for you.
Yeah. See, there's another idea.
Right.
Now, by the way, guess what? We're just about out of time.
Oh.
We made the hour go by.
Oh.
I know. How did that happen?
Yeah, that's how much time we.
Oh, how did that happen? Wow, that went so quick, Harrison. Oh, already done. Oh.
Have left.
Wow.
So in the
45 seconds.
45 seconds. I want you to give as many shouts out to as many people as you can.
Shouts out.
Shout outs?
Yeah.
I only have one shout out.
Go for it. I knew we had plenty of time. Go for it. Shout out.
To Heidi St. Laurent. It's my best friend.
Awesome.
And love of my life.
When are we getting Slowpuke on Topic Time with Harrison Young, cousin of Sarah Silverman?
What the fuck was that? Thank you for the $10, 16 bits. I would love to go on Topic Time. I very seriously would love to. Ow, ow. No, it's not ow. That's working. That's healing you. But, I mean, I would love to, but I wouldn't. I would not go to Boston to shoot an episode of Topic Time. If it was in Toronto, I absolutely would.
The cheer dance to finish the show, you're going to dedicate it to her.
Okay.
All right? So
Are we doing snaps? Are we doing snaps?
I'm ready. How
Okay,
many
this
more
is Harrison
seconds
Young
is
for
that?
Topic Time. We're just about to wrap it up.
We're doing
Hope you
snaps?
enjoyed my show with Elena Carreo.
Oh, you said it right.
Enjoy it.
Oh, Heidi.
What song is this? The fuck was that? Also, I just...
Elena Carreo, dedicated to her.
Okay.
All right, so awesome.
And
Hi.
love of my life.
Okay.
She's gonna love that. I shouted her out.
Did her edible just kick in from the beginning? She's gonna love, I love my life, and she's gonna love that I shouted her out. Did her edible just kick in? Oh, are you thinking like best friend?
Okay, well, we'll tell you what we're going to do. When we do the cheer dance to finish the show, you're going to dedicate it to
Is that
her.
Faith No More's Mike Patton? Who, at the end? That would be so funny if he interviewed Mike Patton. Oh, that's not the Mike Patton. That's a Mike Patton. I love my life. Oh. Is this the same one that's just replaying? It is. Yeah, I mean, if you go to the Rainham channel, it's all Topic Time. Topic Time is like, okay, well, maybe it's not. They do have a YouTube channel. Topic Time does have a YouTube channel. Topic Time with Harrison Young. Well, it's the Easton Community Access Television, and it's kind of
hello everybody.
All Topic Time. Still, there's like Jesse Rose was just on Topic Time. Let's say, oh, great, but the newer ones I like because they've got all the sponsors. This one has visual sponsors.
Lee Williams Family Foundation.
Not the same. Doesn't hit. Like, the newer ones don't hit for some reason.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. Norton covering floors for 50 years. We have DNS Auto Works and Collision Specialists in Abington on Route 58. We have Haven Psychiatric Services right here in the building in room 211. We have Evan Young Realty. That's my brother, the realtor. We have Joe's Diner in Taunton, and we have Salon Giovanni in Marshfield. And I want to thank you guys so very much. And now,
I know, the ad reads are so good. Like, that's the one thing with the newer episodes is they have the really good ad reads because now it's been going on for a while that they have, like, a ton of sponsors in the area. Like, please tell me their most viewed video on this channel is Topic Time. I will be so mad. No, it's fire safety, and then gymnastics, and then yoga from home. It's all workout stuff. Yeah, and also Shrek the Musical. A high school production of Shrek the Musical. Easton Egg Fest just happened. Is this a COVID one? No. He does the snaps. He does the intro really good in the newer ones, though. Wow, he looks so much older. I mean, he might be like almost 70 now. He really is. He's like 65 probably.
good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Topic Time with Harrison Young in June. We are rolling through 2025 like gangbusters, and I have an awesome show tonight with a lovely fellow at podcaster up in the. We have on the Barry Dance Studio in Norton. I hope I pronounced it right. They're in Norton. That's B-A-R-R-E. We have Lynch's Towing, Auto, Cycle, and Truck Center in Brockton. One number for towing, one number for projects. My pal Lynchy there is always in search of new scrap metal, wheels, anything to do with transport.
Don't know what he's saying. Yeah, I love Harrison. I love Topic Time. Oh my god, 4-hour stream. I'm a fucking insane person. I'm a fucking insane person, but I had a lot of stuff lined up, and I cannot believe I actually got to. I got to everything that I lined up, by the way. I got to all of it. 4-hour public access night. Bit nutty. But that about wraps everything up for today. And that wraps up streams for the week entirely. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, whoops. Thank you so much for watching Public Access Night. I hope you enjoyed everything. There will not be a juggling stream. I can't juggle. I'm not going to relive that again of being the only person in acting school that was late to juggle. Next stream will be on Sunday. As usual, as you can guess, it's Oblivion. We're still working on the Oblivion main story, so. Oblivion stream on Monday. Music's on. No alerts. Enjoy having a tiny brain, I guess. My brain is gonna get... Just you wait. My brain is gonna get so huge and I don't even need to juggle. My brain is gonna get just as big as any juggler. Okay? Thank you for joining me today. I will see you all on Sunday. And if you liked Public Access Night, and this is your first one, we tend to do this pretty much on a once-a-month basis. We do Public Access Night. and you're willing to always send stuff, you're always willing and always invited to send stuff to the Discord server and the watch on stream little channel. Any public access stuff, from your area, we'd love to watch. Thank you for joining. I will see you all on Sunday for Oblivion. Have a wonderful night, everybody. Enjoy your weekend. I'll see you later. Peace out.